Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium. This evening, we welcome the Yellow Jackets from Alvin High School, taking on your Mavericks from Pasadena Memorial High School. Tonight's game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
Welcome to the Pasadena Independent School District and Veterans Memorial Stadium. I am Deanne Powell, the proud superintendent of the Pasadena Independent School District. And in Pasadena ISD, our players, coaches, and fans are committed to upholding the values of good sportsmanship and playing the Texas way.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with respect for others.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy.
I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with a control of self.
I will slow my anger down. I will act based on my standards.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the spirit of competition. I will prepare myself inside and out.
I will bounce back when I get knocked down.
I'll compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this.
Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back.
It means cheering loudly. It doesn't mean yelling at the ref. It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
My actions are about more than just me.
It's about representing my school, my team, and my family.
It's about more than a scoreboard.
It's about using sports to become all that I can be and having fun while I'm doing it.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wagner, Mayor of the City of Pasadena. Thank you for visiting the City of Pasadena and supporting all the students here in Pasadena ISD. Hope you enjoy the game the Texas way.
We remind all visitors that the possession or the use of any tobacco or alcohol product at Veterans Memorial Stadium is prohibited by law. Vulgar or profane language will not be tolerated. Violators may be subject to ejection from the stadium and may face arrest for any violation of the law. Air horns, bells, or whistles are strictly prohibited in Veterans Memorial Stadium and in all district contests. Spectators and fans are not permitted on the playing field at any time. And we again welcome everyone to Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we hope you enjoy the game. Once again, this year, Pasadena ISD will continue to request a moment of silence before each game. Silence dedicated to good sportsmanship, fair play, safe conduct, and the appreciation of our fellow man. Would everyone please rise at this time as we observe that moment of silence, and please remain standing as both of our bands will follow with a presentation of their respective school songs. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, due to their late arrival, looks like they're still getting set up. We're going to go ahead and move forward. Please put your hands together for the Mighty Maverick Marching Band and the Pasadena Memorial High School alma mater. Thank you. You may be seated. We will have our presentation of colors in our national anthem when both teams have returned to the sidelines. And now it is our pleasure to introduce the cheerleaders from both of our schools. Please help me welcome the Alvin High School varsity cheerleaders. Under the direction of Stephanie Tillery and Fawn Mills, the cheerleaders attended the National Cheerleaders Association Cheer Camp this summer, where they received numerous accolades, including winning top team band chant in the large team division and the Team Herky Award. 11 of the varsity cheerleaders were named All-American cheerleaders. And tonight they would like to dedicate this game to the seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, freshman Anaya Nieto. Freshman Landry Thurston. Freshman All-American Bryn Nestresta. Freshman All-American Abigail Khalife. Sophomore All-American Alyssa Moll. Sophomore All-American Ariana Solorzano. Sophomore All-American Mackenzie Couchman. Sophomore All-American Spirit Captain Berkeley Scott. Junior and Spirit Captain Riley Mull. Senior and three-time All-American Tristan Chase. Senior and Spirit Captain Morgan Tillery. Senior three-time All-American and Captain Peyton Binger. Senior two-time All-American and Captain Haven Marcel. Senior All-American and Captain Rylan Hobbs. And senior two-time All-American Spirit Captain Bailey Beveridge. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Alvin High School varsity cheerleaders. And now introducing your Pasadena Memorial High School varsity cheerleaders. The Maverick Cheer Alliance cheerleaders of Pasadena Memorial High School. The Maverick Cheerleaders program is under the management of head sponsor Julie Mash and assistant sponsor Veronica Santillanes. A special thank you to Principal Mike Adams, the Pasadena Memorial Administration, the PISD Athletics program volunteers, the Maverick Cheer Parent Booster Club, and All-Star Revolution Gym for supporting the goals set forth for the program, sponsors, and athletes. And now introducing sophomore Alexis Daly. Junior Sophia Duffy. Junior NC All-American Priscilla Quiroga. Junior America Rodriguez. Junior UCA All-American Samantha Trevino. Junior two-time All-American Daniela Villarreal. Senior Michaela Alejandre. Senior Priscilla Castillo. Senior Tiffany Cole. Senior NCAA All-American Delana Fernandez. senior and co-captain Aaliyah Robles. Senior and your captain, Jocelyn Jauregui. And let's put your hands together for the mascot, Renegade. Let's hear it for your Pasadena Memorial High School varsity cheerleaders. And tonight's game is being broadcast by the Legacy Sports Network. Be sure to visit their website to listen to this game and to other games from around the greater Houston area. The Legacy Sports Network is online at lsnsports.com. That's Legacy Sports Network. And you can catch tonight's game and any other games being broadcast or played here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, streaming live on YouTube. Just search Pasadena ISD Athletics, and there you can catch all of the PISD games being broadcast live. And for those of you that are watching tonight, we welcome you to tonight's game. Let's make some noise for Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as the colors are presented on the playing field. Colors are proudly being presented tonight by the cadets of the United States Navy Junior ROTC from Pasadena Memorial High School. The color guard team is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Ivan Miranda. Carrying the Texas flag is Cadet Petty Officer First Class Angela Martinez. Rifle bearers are Cadet Lieutenant Commander Jonathan Vargas and Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Siriana Ochoa. Please place your right hand over your heart in salute. Gentlemen, please remove all headwear and hold your salute until the Pasadena Memorial High School Choir has finished singing our national anthem. May God bless America.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Pasadena, Texas, for tonight's matchup between the Alvin Yellow Jackets and the Pasadena Memorial Mavericks. I'm Evan Geiger, and with me on the call tonight is Gentry Williams. Are you ready for a season finale between these two teams tonight, Gentry?
Absolutely, Evan. Both of these teams coming in tonight. Not too much as far as playoff implications, but this is a huge game to catapult them to next year. So a lot of film is going to be watched on this game to determine each team's identity.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. We'll start with the visiting team, the Alvin Yellow Jackets. They interplay with a 2-7 overall record, a 1-6 district record. Alvin scoring 21 points a game and will feature an offense that comes primarily on the ground. As you mentioned to me pregame, a lot of triple option. 92% of their yards come via the rush. Senior back Samuel Fernandez leads the Alvin rushing attack. He's got a district-leading 167 carries and 9 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards a carry. That's a touchdown a game and a lot of carries, almost 20.
Yeah.
Senior quarterback Drew Bingham has run it another 119 times at a clip of 6 yards per. He's got 8 touchdowns on the ground. Bingham has completed just 15 of 37 passes. If that will tell you how much they throw the ball, it's not a lot. 206 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. A district-leading 13 fumbles has really hurt this Alvin offense.
Yeah, anytime you run the football a lot, ball security is very important. But what can help that ball security is the Alvin defense in the middle. You know, they're in the middle of the pack in the district as far as points allowed and yards allowed, allowing 38 points per game and 337 yards per game. Alvin's forced 12 fumbles and are the second lowest in district. Junior Trace Martinez leads all Yellow Jackets with 37 tackles. Senior Caden Hazen is right behind Martinez with 36 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack, and an interception.
Yeah, Pasadena Memorial enters the ball game with a 3-6 record. They also have a 1-6 district record. They're coming off their first win in district play last week. Pasadena's offense is averaging 24 points per game and has a second in the district offense, averaging 412 yards per game. So a lot more yards than Alvin, but not a lot more points. A district-leading 17 turnovers have cut the scoring opportunities down for a team that has moved the ball with ease. Junior quarterback Logan Johnson has completed 49% of his passes, 12 touchdowns, and 7 picks. Throws 135 yards per game. Johnson is also the team's leading rusher with 103 carries, 1,100 yards, and 5 touchdowns, averaging a whopping 11 yards per carry. That's pretty crazy.
He is dynamic.
Senior back L.J. Delgado is right behind Johnson with the second most carries in the district and 10 rushing touchdowns. He needs just 86 yards tonight to get to 1,000 on the year. Senior receiver Jonathan Hernandez leads all Mavericks. He's got 41 catches, 424 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown.
Yeah, the Maverick defense, they had a tough time this season, allowing the most points in the district at 42 points per game. With another district worst, 441 yards per game allowed. Memorial's district worst, 11 forced turnovers, has them the district worst -6 turnover ratio. Junior Arturo Aguilar is second in the district with 77 tackles, 10 total tackles for loss, and a sack. And senior Devon Roberts is right behind Aguilar with 69 tackles, 8 tackles for loss in his own, as well as an interception and 4 fumbles.
Almost ready for kickoff, and we will find out who will win this season finale between the Alvin Yellow Jackets and the Pasadena Memorial Mavericks. And first off, it's going to be a kickoff from Pasadena Memorial to Alvin to begin the ball game. Yeah, season finale.
Alvin, they're going to try to get the ball and utilize a lot of ball control with that triple option, try to eat up a lot of clock and short this game because Pasadena Memorial, they want to get up and down the field and play fast pace. That's what they like to do.
Alvin. Is that Joseph Castillo or Mason Harris? I think it's Mason Harris, number 5. That jersey bunched up kind of hard to tell.
Tough to tell. Far side.
Kick is going to bounce to one of the upper guys, goes over his head, and it's caught at the 15-yard line running right side. Now cuts it back middle. That is Mason Harris. They blow the play dead before he hit the ground, and they'll spot him near the 23-yard line.
A nice pursuit there on the kickoff. Looks like they almost tried to go for like an onside kick or a squib in the middle, and it was successfully executed, but just couldn't get the ball back.
The second level of defender or kickoff returner thought maybe that was going to be their chance, and that ball took a wicked hop over his head. So Harris had the return. Looks like they'll spot it right at the 25-yard line. Mentioned we'll see a lot of triple options. Samuel Fernandez is back there with Bingham. We'll also see Carlos Medina touch the ball quite a bit. Those are the 3 main names you'll hear from Alvin's offense. And the first play will go to Fernandez running left side. Looks like he'll get about 4 yards to the 29. And Gentry, tell us a little bit about what Pasadena Memorial's in for with this triple option.
Yeah, the triple option is very tough to defend, and what makes it so much tougher is that you don't see it quite as often as you do back in the day. It's a lot of read and reaction that the quarterback's doing. He's reading that 3 technique or the third guy off that 0 technique. And he's, just playing off the way either he crashes or goes and takes the ball handler. And there's just so many different variances of the triple option, so it makes it very tough for a defense.
Bingham under center, 2nd and 5. Fernandez averaging 5 yards per carry, gets it there on the first play from scrimmage. They motion a couple of guys over to the right side. They will run right with Fernandez, and a flag blows the play dead. I'm assuming it's something about the man in motion.
Yeah, not sure. That's another thing in triple option. So many guys are moving that you can't have two guys moving at one time, or it's an illegal procedure.
Joseph Castillo and Mason Harris check in. A couple of big fellas check out. That'll move them backwards.
This is the tough part of running the triple option, because you're dependent on just staying ahead of the chains with the 3, 4-yard, 5-yard pickups that when you put yourself in a 2nd and 10, you really have to, shorten the playbook.
2nd down at 10. Motion a guy to the left, handoff. No, a pitch to the left side, and he's going to get about 3 yards. That went to Keegan Moore.
Yeah, a lot's going to be upon guys like Christian Reyna for passing in. These outside linebackers are going to have to do a great job of setting the edge and reading, reacting to the pitch key and the quarterback.
I said Mason Harris earlier. I meant Mika Phillips, a two-way guy for Alvin, wearing number 5. That's who was back to return. 3rd and 7. Alvin will check the call. Did not expect to hear the tomahawk chop from Pasadena Memorial. And they're going to hand it off right up the middle. Bouncing off a tackler. Fernandez will pick up the 1st down, a 9-yard run with a lot of power.
Yeah, just got very low and just kept his legs turning. Just as a good, tough run in there. And what that does when you do those quick fullback handoffs, it catches the defensive tackles and linebackers in those read and reaction situations.
1st and 10 from the 38. I'm a Florida State fan, so I've heard the tomahawk chop a time or two in my life. And the Mavericks, I wasn't sure how that fit in, but they did it. They did it well. It sounded good. See what they do here. Motion a guy over, and it's going to be another pitch out and a fumble. That ball is on the ground, and it looks like Memorial will have it. They will give it to Pasadena Memorial. A mistake, a late pitch, unable to handle it.
And that's the thing with the triple option. That's why this, Alvin leads the district in turnovers as far as fumbling the football. There's so much you got to do as a quarterback trying to get that ball out your hands effectively.
It was Keegan Moore, the intended ball carrier with that pitch, and just couldn't come down with it. And Pasadena Memorial will take over at the 36. There is an injured player for Alvin, number 58, Jeremiah Lewis. Good to see him up and making his way off the field.
Yeah, that running a triple option and just so much pitching and reading and pulling, and it's so much that the quarterback is doing that turnovers are going to happen throughout the course of the game, and you just got to be alert and be ready to jump on the football.
Pasadena Memorial will take over at the 36 of Alvin. Handoff there to a large running back. That's Lorenzo Delgado, who falls forward for about 6 yards. He is significantly larger than the quarterback.
Yeah, Lorenzo Delgado has been one of my favorite running backs to watch all year long. Talk about a guy that just runs behind his pads and punishes and wears down the defense.
2nd and 4. Back there with them is the quarterback. It's Logan Johnson, of course. This is a loss on the play once again to Delgado. So just first impressions, Delgado is the Jerome Bettis and Logan Johnson's the Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, almost just like the Baltimore
or Derrick
Ravens.
Henry. Yeah, Derrick Henry
and Lamar Jackson, and they spread you out, and then you got you can run up the middle with Delgado, and you still got to honor Johnson's legs, and it's a tough offense.
Empty set after they motion out Delgado. Johnson's going to take off and run. He's going to pick up the 1st down and get leveled by an Alvin defender.
Nice job utilizing the motion swing there just to get the eyes of the linebacker. Then Johnson just goes right up the gut, makes a play with his legs, able to pick up a 1st down. And this is what he does. That's why he's one of the top leading rushers in the district. Just such a dynamic athlete, the quarterback.
Jordan Lee, the junior defensive back for the Yellow Jackets, making the tackle, but not before Johnson gets a 1st down. We've yet to see a pass attempted in this ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 24. Johnson will throw a pass out to Delgado, who's cut down like a sack of bricks.
Hey, nice job going low there, making a tackle from from Alvin secondary, Will Marhan. And that's what you got to do. You got to be physical with those big backs, and you just got to hit them low, take their legs out.
2nd and 13 TFL for him. And we'll see an empty set, 4 receivers to the right. Johnson will throw a screen there to the right side, hits a man, and he is going to cough it up. Both teams have fumbled it already. Jonathan Hernandez, one of their best receivers, and the hit jars the ball loose.
Yeah, just couldn't, secure the football that time. His eyes got ahead of his feet, and that's what happens. You're going to end up fumbling the football. Nice turnover there by this defense and getting it back to your offense. What an exciting start to this game, man.
You talked about Caden Hodson, senior linebacker, one of the best defensive players for Alvin, and he forces the fumble there. And Alvin will take over at the 22. These are two teams that have really struggled to, avoid the turnovers. Two of the bottom dwellers in terms of turnover ratio, and already seen it come into play here. This could be a low-scoring game if it continues like this. 1st and 10 from the 22. Bingham under center. Tosses out to the right to Medina. Medina right side. Medina tackled at the 25, a gain of 3.
Yeah, nice job on the rocket toss there from Alvin, just getting the tailback outside to the perimeter, trying to allow Medina to use his speed, but just couldn't outrun the secondary.
Looked like Kevin Toussaint on the tackle. It was Kevin Toussaint and Jaden Arispe.
No, another thing that's just very unique about Alvin is that they actually huddle up. You don't see too many teams huddle up in today's football.
They have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
3 backs behind the quarterback, Bingham, and it's a toss up the middle, and that went to Keegan Moore. Got near the first down marker, a yard shy. Pickup of 6 will make it 3rd and 1.
I haven't seen that play probably since I was in elementary. Like, that is a throwback, halfback inside toss. That is, a good play just to get your back behind some blockers, some lead blockers, and now to pick up momentum. I'm liking what the offensive coordinator from Alvin is dialing up.
3rd and 1. We'll see if Bingham wants to try to sneak it or what they want to do here. Everybody in tight to the line, nobody out wide. Hand off to Fernandez. Fernandez, the big fullback, still running and gets it up to about the 40 with a good second effort. Needed a yard. They got about 8.
Another thing that this style of offense does, it gets you out of your personnel, because I know Pasadena Memorial, they like to go more so 4-2-5, 5 defensive backs on the field. But now in this game, they're in a 5-2 front. So it just changes your personnel, the way you prepare. It's very foreign to the players out there right now, and it's going to take some adjustment.
1st and 10 from the 40. They do have a receiver out wide left, although I don't think they'll throw it unless it's 3rd and 25. Motion a guy over again. Looked like an early start. Yeah, false start. That one was clear. Before I forget to tell you, Alvin is wearing the white tops and the white helmets with the gray pants. Pasadena Memorial has, teal and black?
Yeah, I'm going to go with teal and black.
Black helmets, and then the pants are they teal as well? They look almost like a slate gray or something.
Yeah. Very stylistic uniforms from Pasadena Memorial, and Alvin I like Alvin's look. It's very, it's simple but unique.
Pasadena Memorial almost has like a fade in from the teal to the black, which you don't see a lot in high school football uniforms. 1st and 15 from the 35 after the false start. Hand off to Fernandez. No, a pitch outside, and getting back to the line again was Keegan Moore.
Yeah, nice ball handling there by Drew Bingham, just pulling the football from the fullback and then just able to read the pitch key, get it outside to the perimeter to the tailback. It's not going to be very many explosive plays. It's just going to, little by little, very meticulously try to get up the football field.
2nd down and 11, a pickup of 4 there from Keegan Moore. They'll have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ooh. Is that offsides by Pasadena Memorial? Looked like he jumped.
They get ready to march forward. They're going to get Memorial for the encroachment. Now, I see sometimes that quarterbacks, they'll just take that free play and just launch one downfield.
Yeah, you would think that's kind of textbook. I think that was big 99, Cameron Newell, junior defensive tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 6 after the penalty. A couple of penalties already on this set of downs. Hand off to the fullback going forward. That is, of course, Fernandez. He picks up 3.
Nice gain there by Fernandez. And right now, Alvin's just trying to utilize the hard count to get Pasadena and Memorial to jump. You've seen him sometimes go on 1, go on 2. I could just see from up here the head bob from Drew Bingham, the Alvin quarterback. He's definitely trying to draw the defense off sides.
That was Andrew Garcia, senior D lineman, making the tackle there. 3rd and 3. Maybe a gain of a couple yards and they go for it. We'll see. 2 receivers out wide, 1 on each side. Motion a receiver over to the right side. Now he goes back left, hand off to Fernandez again, right up the middle. And he got near that line to gain. I think he got enough before he was driven backwards. Forward progress will give him the first down.
Yeah, good job firing off the football. Josiah Miller, the inside interior offensive lineman, climbing to that 2nd level and just clearing a pathway for the tailback to pick up that first down.
We are still scoreless with 3 minutes and 45 seconds counting down here in the first quarter. And with the way Alvin runs the ball, I mean, it could be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, they definitely try to take advantage of time and possession and shorten the game as much as possible.
Motion a receiver again, and once again he'll go back to the left side. Fernandez again, that's the exact same play, and this time it did not work.
Yeah, that time Pasadena Memorial was waiting on it, and they saying they got the football.
Yeah, big number 88, Caden Stewart, came out of there with the ball. Not sure exactly what the situation is there.
I'm going to call him down by contact. And
yeah, it looked like he was down on the replay.
But that's what it's going to take right now if you pass into Memorial. You can't allow the fullback to continue to gain these 3-4 yard gains. You got to stop him at the line of scrimmage and force Bingham to make another decision.
2nd down and 10. Motion more over. This time it's going to go to a receiver who falls forward. No, it was Medina. Fell forward for a yard. Kind of a decent looking play there, but just 1 yard.
That's a tough play to lose a yard on, because that's one of the plays that the option offense looking to use explosive plays for. Just didn't get it to open up. Read very well by the defensive line and got him in the backfield.
Reminds me of Georgia Tech's offense when they had Calvin Johnson and Demarius Thomas, 2 of the best receivers in college football, and they ran an option and hardly threw it.
Oh, man.
That's funny. Oh, direct snap to Fernandez. He goes the other way. Now looking to pass, and he throws it to the quarterback. He coughs it up. Unbelievable. Down the left sideline. Still up. Nobody can catch him. He is Gone. Gone.
What? Wow.
We talked about Devon Roberts in the pregame, and there he is getting his team on the board. I would call that a fumble, would you?
Yeah, that was a fumble. Ball popped in the air, and he just took advantage of it and took it to the house. That was so much emotions coming in that play. We seen the trick play line up, and then the halfback pass, quarterback catches it. But what a turnover there for Pasadena Memorial, and they come away with 2 turnovers here in the first quarter to go up 6-0.
See an extra point coming here. This is from Jose Sanchez, or no. Jose Sanchez, the kicker, and this is good. 7-0, a minute 44 to go. Pasadena Memorial on the board first.
And it comes from that defense. I guess defense forced a turnover, able to get some points there, and that's going to be a huge momentum boost here for Pasadena Memorial. Who's looking to find any positive that they can for this defense that's had a long year.
A 56-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown after the quarterback caught a pass. If you were curious about how much this team throws the ball, well, the only pass caught was by the quarterback. And immediately was fumbled. Devon Roberts, who we talked about, a big return, just tiptoeing that sideline before he outran everybody else.
Yeah, just a nice heads-up play there from Devon Roberts, and what a start to this football game for this Pasadena Memorial defense. 2 drives, 2 turnovers.
Kick coming here, and another short squibber bounces, hits one of the upper men at the 29, and he is going to be tackled at the 33. That is Cash Powledge. Tonight's team and individual stats are provided by the athleticsdepartment.com. They are a full-service provider of high school stats for UIL districts and teams. Coaches and athletic directors can contact them for more information. Please follow them on their Facebook and X social media platforms. Athleticsdepartment.com is now signing up softball and baseball teams for the spring of 2025. So 3 fumbles already,
Yeah.
Gentry, in the first quarter.
And that's what we was talking about at the beginning of the game, Evan. Both of these teams, struggle in the turnover ratio department. So whoever takes care of the ball the best is going to walk away victorious in this ball game. So if you're Alvin, you got to try to sustain a drive, put something together, and get some points on the board.
One receiver way out wide to the far sideline. Everybody else in tight. They'll motion a tight end over to the left side. Looks like Fernandez is the back directly behind Bingham. Now Medina running forward, got a block. Decent little run there of about 8 yards. Senior back Carlos Medina picking up 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
A nice carry there from Medina. And sometimes when you get the football, you just gotta get it and go and hit it at full speed. That time a little hesitation, but a nice run, nice job picking up 8 yards and making it 2nd and short.
Looking at the statistics, we talked about it. Fernandez has 167 carries entering this ballgame. That's most in district.
Yeah.
And you would have thought, okay, he's the lead back. He's actually the fullback, and Medina is the running back. This goes to Fernandez, left side, and is tripped up at about the 49. Nice little run of 7 or so yards.
Yeah, that's just a testament to Samuel Fernandez, and what great shape he in, and how much he's taking care of his body. To carry the rock that many times throughout the year, stay healthy for your football team. This kid putting a lot of work in the offseason.
An injured Manville Maverick, the big Cameron Newell down, and hopefully he's going to be all right. They're going to tend to him, and hopefully they can get him up pretty quick. It looks like they are. Well, they tend to. Cameron Newell will tell you about Big Star Ford. They have the best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans in the greater Houston area. They also have a state-of-the-art service facility, and now they will come to you. Big Star Ford offers mobile service and valet pickup. Shop or schedule an appointment at TexanGM.com. Big Star Ford, we hear you.
Well, I heard him loud and clear, valet pickup. That's like my type of deal.
1st and 10, a yard away from midfield. Cameron Newell able to get off the field pretty quickly. Good to see him up. Big fella in the middle of that defense, and they might miss him with this run up the middle type offense. Motion the guy over, but it goes to Fernandez. Fernandez pushing the pile forward for a couple.
With this offense, you just got to be patient. That's what Alvin's going to do. They're going to run the fullback up the middle over and over again, wearing out this defensive line, allowing their offensive line to fire off and play nasty.
We'll see if Alvin wants to run another play before the end of the first quarter. They can. I don't know if they will. Play clock and game clock right about at the same amount of time. We'll see if they snap it, and they will not. After one quarter, 7-0, Pasadena Memorial leads Alvin after a big 56-yard fumble recovery from Devon Roberts. Evan Geiger and Gentry Williams here on Legacy Sports Network, and we will take a break.
At At Houston Methodist, our primary care physicians invest time in your visit so you're seen and heard, virtually and in person, at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Steele, General Manager of the Chevron Pasadena Refinery. At Chevron, we believe in human energy because an energized community is a stronger community. We're proud to support Pasadena ISD because they bring energy to our community and help fuel our future.
Looking for a career as bold as you? Join our team at U.S. Law Shield, where we protect what matters most. Your future starts here. Visit our career page for more info.
Gulf Coast Educators FCU exclusively serves school employees in Texas with products that are uniquely designed to fit the needs of educators. To learn more, visit www.gcefcu.org.
Second quarter about to get underway. 7-0 Pasadena Memorial leads Alvin. Starting next week, the 2024 UIL Texas High School Football Playoffs begin. You can listen to your favorite teams on lsnsports.com. Check our website or our social media platforms for game schedules and times. Legacy Sports Network celebrating 17 years of broadcast excellence. We're building a legacy one game at a time. It's going to be a carry from Bingham as he is dragged down from around the neck area, but a pickup of a couple yards will make it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice job coming in from the weak side. Caden Stewart crashes down there on the backside, make a play there to minimize the gain. And right now, 3rd and short, this Pasadena Memorial defensive line has to hunker down and play with some ferocity.
It's good to see Bingham still out there after that wicked shot he took on a reception.
He's a tough kid.
I wasn't sure if they would score it as a fumble or an interception, but it looked to me like a catch and then a fumble. And that's what I'm going to go with. Up the middle. Bingham actually keeps it himself. Bingham, nobody there. He is Gone gone. Bingham with a 41-yard touchdown run to get Alvin on the board.
Wow, what a run. We were just talking about the toughness of this kid. Evan, he had to drop earlier, but he made it up for his football team. 41 yards to the house, read that perfectly, and that's the benefits of the triple option. You never know who's going to get the football.
Quarterback keeping it there, and there was no way anybody was going to catch him.
Yeah, he got a lot of speed and a lot of athleticism, and you can also put it in the air when they allow him to. Very accurate quarterback. Good score here for Alvin.
Drew Bingham, 41-yard touchdown run, and here is Enrique Garza to kick it away. It is up, and it is good. We are tied at 7 here between Alvin and Pasadena Memorial. 11-10 to go in the second quarter. Tied up at 7, 11-10 to go in the second. I'll tell you about Top Dog Fireworks. They're family-owned and operated. Top Dog Fireworks has 14 locations in the greater Houston area. Go to topdogfireworks.com to find a location near you. Top Dog Fireworks supports the community and wishes the local high school athletes best of luck. Make memories and strive for your goals. Top Dog Fireworks, say it with a boom.
You got New Year's coming up. I know everyone loves to get their fireworks. This is the best time really to start shopping for them.
Might be cheaper now.
Yeah.
Just like that Halloween candy.
That's when I stock up on all the chocolates and sweets.
See a kick here from Enrique Garza. One Maverick back to return. Kick is a deep one. It's going to go to Jonathan Hernandez on the far sideline, right up the middle. He's got room to run. He beats the kicker and just bowls over a defender. Wow. That looked like Will Maurhan, who just took a lick.
And being that physical, running the football, Jonathan Hernandez delivers the blow, and that's what's going to excite this offense coming out here on the football field. What an electric return there by that young man.
All the way up to the 45-yard line, just 5 yards away from midfield. And smaller receiver who's already, I'm pretty sure Maurhan was the one who forced the fumble earlier.
Yeah.
Whenever Hernandez fumbled, so a little bit of payback there maybe.
Yeah, you got to get him back.
Mauerhan had the size advantage, but Hernandez definitely wanted it more on that rep. 1st and 10 from the 45. Johnson in the shotgun. The big back Delgado on his right hip. 2 receivers on each side. On the right side looked like a little option. Oh, he's going to keep it himself. Down to the 47. Wrapped up there by Caden Hodson, one of their leading tacklers.
Yeah, Pasadena Memorial running an option of their own, more of a speed option that time, trying to get to the outside. And, that's a good thing about having a guy like Logan Johnson who could do it with his legs as well as his arm. It just gives you so many tools for your offense, different play calls you can get.
2nd and 7, handoff to Delgado up the middle, patient, and he picks up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 6. Up until a couple plays ago, Pasadena Memorial had the lead at the end of the first quarter, but they haven't done a lot on offense.
They really haven't had too many opportunities on offense. The way that Alvin possesses the football and then shortens the game, every time you get the football, it amplifies it. And you feel like you have to score because you don't know the next time you're going to touch it.
Pasadena Memorial with just 1 first down so far after 14 minutes of play. 2 receivers on each side. Delgado on the right hip, 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to pass as Johnson moves out of the pocket. He's got all day to run. No one near him. He's going to keep on trucking down to about the 15. A huge run.
Wow. Once the gates open, he just took off out in the back door and then hit a long run there, and that's what Johnson does to so many defense. You have to have pass rush responsibility. You can't over pursue, or he'll go out the back door every time.
A 36-yard scramble there from Johnson. Drop back to pass and saw just a huge open expanse of field in front of him. Now this goes to Delgado right up the middle. Delgado still trucking down to about the 3. Nice run of 12 yards. It'll be 1st and goal.
That was the first time I ever seen that play. Gun tight, looked like a little shovel pass in there to Delgado. And that completely just threw all the defense off. Those are the type of plays that you'll see guys like Andy Reid pick up somehow. We're going to see the Chiefs run that soon.
Delgado again right up the middle. Did he get near the end zone? He got close, but I think he's down at the 1 or the 1.5. Delgado is he just looks like Derrick Henry out there compared to some of these guys. He has goal line back written all over him.
He's just one of the more physical football players in his entire district, and he just wears the defense down. I'm pretty sure he's going to get it here again, so close to the touchdown.
2nd and goal from the 2. Delgado goes forward and into the end zone. Looks like it's a touchdown. We'll see what they call it. It is a touchdown. Delgado gets the lead right back for Pasadena Memorial. 8:32 to go, a 2-yard touchdown run for Lorenzo Delgado.
Yeah, big-time drive there from Pasadena Memorial, and it was all on the ground. They just do it completely different than what Alvin does. They spread you out, and they run the football and run the spread option. So, nice drive there by Pasadena Memorial, and a huge answer to gain the momentum back.
The big 36-yard run by Johnson, the capper there, as the extra point is good. I will say the kicker is number 25. The roster does not have a 25. I thought earlier it was 27, Jose Sanchez. There's another kicker, wears 38, Matthew Quevedo, so maybe it's one of them with a different jersey, but I'm not sure, so apologies on that. It is 14-7, though. Pasadena Memorial leads after the 2-yard touchdown run by Lorenzo Delgado. Challenge Office Products is a homegrown family business with local and national distribution. Since 1988, Challenge Office Products has successfully established a diverse base of loyal customers. Their team is experienced and committed to providing creative solutions for your office needs. Visit them on the web at challengeofficeproducts.com. Alvin's got to have a good drive here.
They got to get this offense going. And they had a good drive the last drive. Drew Bingham taking it 41 yards to the house, and that's what they're going to have to continue to do. I won't be shocked if they try to hold the ball as long as they can and try to end the half with the football, putting up a score.
Well, they can take 8.5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
We saw it the last time we were here. I think it was Shadow Creek. Just absolutely took 7 minutes or so off the clock on a drive. Ball falls over.
A little bit of a gust tonight.
Yeah. The weather didn't look too hot when I got here about 5 o'clock. See the kick from the mystery kicker, number 25. And it's going to be another low line drive out of bounds.
There for a second, I thought he was going to pick it up.
Wind up to about 15 miles per hour. It was raining when I entered the stadium, but not at this present moment.
It's been a pretty rainy week, as you know. It's about that time of year where we start seeing a little rain here in Houston. Nothing new. And for these guys, you wonder how much it can affect this football game. The turf might be a little bit slippery, so you got to make sure you have the right cleats on in these type of situations.
Alvin will take over at the 30. On the left hash mark. You'll notice most plays, they line up with Fernandez right behind Bingham like the running back, but then they motion another back behind him, either in Medina or Keegan Moore. So it's kind of more of an I formation just at the last possible second. Let's see if they do that. There goes Medina, and a handoff to Fernandez going right side. He got hit pretty quickly, a gain of 3.
Yeah, with all the motion right now, Evan, what they're trying to do is just get those linebackers' eyes flowing east and west. That way you can run Fernandez up the middle or run the fullback up the middle and just, if you got the linebacker flowing left, but you can do a counter play, which we saw in the previous drive, it can just throw off the angles and the pursuit angles and allow wide open alleys for the offense.
Mentioned Fernandez, most carries in district, about 20 per game.
That's very rare nowadays in the pass-happy offense here in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Toss here to a back. It looks like, is it Moore? Yeah, that was Keegan Moore. Pickup of a couple. Should be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and that for Alvin, this is what you want, just third and manageable situations, keep your entire playbook open. I won't be shocked if they try to go a little PA bootleg, slip the tight end out. I've seen that a couple times early on in the season when I got an opportunity to watch him play. So right now, if you're on Pasadena Memorial defense, just be on high alert and play your keys.
3rd and 3 from the 37. They need to get to the 40. Motion Medina over. And this time it'll go to Fernandez, just running forward. Just a physical runner, gain of about 6 yards and a first down.
Just moving the chains. That's what it's all about. As we're going to get a timeout on the field.
Pasadena Memorial will take a timeout. 6:55 to go on the clock. Here in the second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 44.
Support the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation by purchasing a scoreboard shoutout. Just text Shoutouts 2024 to 51555. Purchasing a shoutout not only supports the foundation, but enters your student into a scholarship drawing.
Welcome back in. 6:55 to go here from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Alvin down a touchdown. Plenty of time to get it back.
Yeah, well, just under 7 minutes here for Alvin. And they're going to take their time. They're in no rush. If the explosive play happens, they're going to take advantage of it. But they're very good with taking 3 yards a pop.
1st and 10 from the 44. It's going to be a handoff to Fernandez, who ran into his own offensive lineman and was driven backwards. Looks like they'll call it no gain.
Yeah, great job there by Christian Reyna, able to get there in the backfield, make a play.
The roster says Christian with an M at the end, and when I first read it, my brain,
I just
Christian,
did the same thing.
Christian is a more common name, obviously, so I thought it was Christian, and I'm not. This is another thing. I never know if I should trust the roster or not, because I will go with whatever the roster says, and somebody's like, how could you even think that, So, not sure. But, yeah, Reyna making a nice play there. 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle. Bingham actually tried to pull it out of Fernandez's hand.
Yep. And that's what, a lot. And that's what you got to work on a lot during the offseason, throughout the regular season, just getting that getting familiar with your fullback, when to pull it, when to keep it. That time the fullback wanted to keep it, but Bingham, he's seen a wide open alley on the outside.
It's like 3rd and 8 after a gain of 2. Yeah, Fernandez was pretty much on the ground, and it looked like Bingham was still trying to take it out. Could have went really good or really bad. 2 receivers to the right side on 3rd and 8. See what they dial up. They motion a guy over. They toss it to him right side. Looks like he's got some blockers and went inside. I think maybe a little more room outside there. What did you see?
Yeah, I seen a lot more room on the outside. He just wanted to be physical, bring the contact, but he had an opportunity to pick up the first down if he utilized his speed.
So it'll be 4th and 3. I'm assuming they'll go for it. This is kind of a go for it area on 4th and short. Doesn't look like punting unit will be out there. I know some teams use their quarterback as the punter. So 4th and 3, a big spot in this ball game here in the first half.
Might try to get him to jump here.
That's what it looked like. Maybe now they'll just take a delay of game. No, they take a timeout. Alvin takes a timeout. 4:38 to go.
Timeout is called by the Yellow Jackets.
We'll take a break here on Legacy Sports Network. .438 to go. Looks like Alvin has decided to punt the ball. Maybe if they were 10 more yards down the field, they'd go for it. I'd say usually kind of midfield and on is around that range where you might go for it on 4th and short in high school. But they will punt it. 2 returners back. And he's going to keep it himself. Looks like he's going to have the first down before he's drilled out of bounds.
You never know in the game of high school football, and these guys are taught to take advantage of certain looks that they see, and that time just taking his time with James Keelan. He's a quarterback, so he knows how to read the defense and angles, and took advantage there and is able to pick up a key first down for Alvin.
I think, lining up, calling the timeout, then lining up in punt formation might have kind of lulled the Mavericks to sleep on that. They were not ready for that. And as you mentioned, Keelan doing a great job. I was looking for the punter on the roster, but yeah, it's a quarterback. A lot of teams do that. I think it gives you a little versatility in terms of what you can do on punting formations. 1st and 10 from the 43. Moore will get the carry. No, that's Fernandez still up. Down the right side. Who had the ball? And now the ball's out. I completely lost track of the ball. And then the ball hit the ground, so I didn't know who had it or who has it now.
Yeah, the triple option is tough on the defense and it's tough on us.
Oh, man. They say Pasadena Memorial has it.
Yeah.
A 3rd turnover from Alvin in the first half. And Pasadena Memorial, who's turned it over more than anyone and has the worst turnover ratio, is winning the battle tonight.
That is so huge for this defense. 4 drives and 3 forced turnovers here for Pasadena Memorial defense. Any defensive coach would take that any night. These guys are playing with their tails on fire. And a lot of these guys that are seniors, this is going to be their last time playing football. So they're going to play with a little bit more emotion here for their final football game.
So it was actually a pitch out to Medina. I thought Medina had the ball, but then I saw Fernandez in the area, and it looks like Medina did cough it up. Yeah, I haven't covered a triple option in a while, so I'm trying to keep up with it. Handoff to Delgado, running left side, and he's cut down, sandwiched between a couple of guys. Looked like Ethan Evans was there on the tackle, as well as another yellow jacket.
Yeah, but Ethan Evans, he's not the biggest guy on the football field, and he came up there laying the boom, just tripping up Delgado. The kid's showing a lot of heart.
Trips to the right, one in the left. Delgado on the left hip of Johnson. Very different offensive formations from these two teams. Now Delgado motions over to the right side. Hand off to Delgado. No, he keeps it himself. Running right side, got a couple of blocks, and will just casually walk out of bounds at about the 33.
Tell you what, Jonathan Hernandez, he just wants to hit somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was waiting the whole time for the linebacker to flow that time, and he straight up leveled the guy. And that's the identity of a team. When your wide receivers love to be physical and block, that just shows how hard these guys work in practice.
Hernandez kind of left his feet to launch into a guy blocking.
Yeah.
Big hit indeed. Two receivers on each side. Clock at 3:35 here in the second quarter. Memorial with a chance to take a big lead, some pressure up the middle, and an incomplete pass. It's one of the few actual passes we've seen. That's only like the third maybe.
Yeah, you got to get Johnson an opportunity just to warm up his arm. That was his first time really going through his progression and trying to get the ball down the football field, attacking that second and third level. So they're just going to have to get more comfortable throwing the football and get their rhythm going.
I can't blame these two teams. Both of their first passes resulted in a turnover.
Yeah.
Second and 10 running has been obviously safer, although Alvin has fumbled it 3 times. This time Delgado kind of trips over a defender and ends up hurdling another. The smaller guy you were talking about, Ethan Evans, had some words for Delgado there at the end of that play.
I'm loving Evans, man. This kid is playing with a lot of heart. Like I said, he's not the biggest kid out there. Shoulder pads is, you can tell they're pretty big on him, but he's coming out there and he's bringing it, man. I love it.
Oh, man. 3rd and 4 from the 39. Empty formation. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Johnson throws a pass, incomplete. We'll see if Memorial's going to punt it away here or what on 4th and 4 on their own side of the field.
Yeah, you got to punt this. The way your defense has forced 3 turnovers, the way this Alvin offense has to, be patient, 3 to 4 yard gains, flip field position here, and, put your trust in your defense.
Is Delgado the punter?
Yeah.
That is a big punter.
He punts at times and he kick off at times, and you can tell right now Alvin's on alert.
They could score before the half and tie it up. We'd have a heck of a ball game. It looks like Memorial will call a timeout. They had some substitution issues. They were trying to send in Josiah Ayers, and was late getting in there. They called the timeout. Clock is at 2:45, 4th and 4 from the 39. Tonight's team and individual stats are provided by the athleticsdepartment.com. They're a full-service provider of high school stats for UIL districts and teams. Coaches and athletic directors can contact them for more information. Please follow them on Facebook and X. Athleticsdepartment.com is now signing up softball and baseball teams for the spring 2025.
Despite both of these teams' records, they struggled throughout this very talented district. These two teams, they're leaving it all out on the line here tonight. They're playing physical football, playing downhill, giving everything they got, and it's turned out to be a really great game.
So far, so good. We haven't had a lot of close games this year, at least I haven't, and so if we could have a one-score finish, I would be delighted.
It's building up that way. See if I wouldn't be shocked if Delgado keeps this. I know Alvin, they got their guys on alert.
Oh, a high snap.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Delgado running back for it at the 4, at the 3. He fumbles it. Oh, man. Alvin has it at the 3. It's Ethan Evans.
That's my guy, man. Hey, Ethan Evans, this guy's just all around the football field, and a high snap. That is the worst possible thing that could have happened there for Pasadena Memorial, and what a great field position for Alvin. This kid Evans is everywhere.
A start over on 1st and goal from the 3, a chance to tie it up before the half. And I got to say, I think Delgado was thinking, what am I going to do with this ball before he actually picked it up?
Yeah.
Because he had a chance there, and obviously the other guy came in, pushed him away from the ball, and Evans was able to just fall on it. Evans could have picked it up and went in the end zone, but I think wisely, after seeing everybody else fumble with it, decided I'm going to just make sure we get it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Delgado. He just probably had a lot of things going through his mind and just couldn't quite get the football there. So great opportunity here for Alvin.
Moore, Medina, and Fernandez all bunched up behind Bingham. We'll see what they do. Big, heavy formation. They just run forward, and Bingham is right there near the goal line. Let's see where they spot him. Looks like he was about half a football shy.
Yeah, old tush push.
That is very close to the goal line. I say you do it again.
Yeah, they struggle stopping it there. And if you're down in the trenches, this is when it's fun.
You can run this clock down to maybe a minute 55. Looks like Bingham will kind of come back over. I'm sure they know what the call is, and they're just going to rush to the line and snap the ball. Play clock at 5, 4, 3, 2. Bingham pushes over into the end zone, getting pushed from behind by his back, and that is the clearest touchdown I've ever seen.
I'm trying to. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, I was waiting for the signal, but he was well over. Clock will stop at 1:39, 14-13. The score, a 1-yard quarterback sneak there by Bingham. He's got both touchdowns of the night for the Yellow Jackets.
And see, that play right there is what both of these coaching staffs is going to utilize to motivate these guys in the offseason in the weight room, especially these interior defense linemen, because there's going to be situations where games are decided, or if you can stop or pick up that first and goal-to-goal situation. What a play there for Bingham.
So the kicker's out there to try to tie it up. That's Enrique Garza, the junior. Alvin has got a couple of stops. 2 out of the 3 drives they've been on defense, they have stopped the Mavericks. The extra point to try to tie it. Garza's kick is up, and it is good. 14-14, a minute 39 to go here between the Yellow Jackets and the Mavericks. And what a costly mistake there by Pasadena Memorial. 5 turnovers already.
Yeah, you know, we stepped into it, and we both said, hey, these are two teams that struggle in the turnover ratio, and both defenses, you know, have forced turnovers, and there's been offensive forced turnovers and then special teams turnovers. So it's just going to come down to whichever team can take care of the football and execute play after play and start gaining that consistency.
Yeah, entering play, Pasadena Memorial -6 on the turnover ratio with the most turnovers in district of 17, 8 INTs and 9 fumbles, and then only forcing 11 puts them at -6, and then second worst in turnover ratio would be Alvin with 15 turnovers and only forcing 12, a -3. Meanwhile, teams like Dawson and Pearland +15 and +13. Big difference. I mean, a 21 turnover difference between Pearland, Dawson, and Pasadena Memorial this year.
And Dawson, they're a team that, you know, was fighting for playoff position at the end, and you know, they got a huge game tonight.
Apparently, we had a great one last night here.
Oh man, Dobie, man, I tuned in, was listening to Cam and Carl make that one, and Dobie was able to come out of the way, winning by 2 touchdowns and launching themselves into the playoffs.
High kick to the 24, running left side, breaks a tackle and slung out of bounds by Caden Hodson. That's one of their best defenders, and he has played with some passion tonight.
Yeah, you love to see the passion and the physicality there. Just, you know, being nasty, throwing them out of bounds, letting them know that, you come my way, this is how it's going to be. And I love that type of football. You know, I don't like, when guys start talking mess after the game. Keep it between the whistle, be physical then, and let your play do the talk.
Shout out to defensive coordinator for Alvin, Tom Lewis, son of Alvin Community College great broadcaster Bill Lewis, longtime communications chair and athletic director, and one of the best people you could have met. And Tom, he was the color commentator the first broadcast I ever had. I think it was Shadow Creek and North Shore. Looking to pass here is Johnson. Johnson running left side, and he's got a lot of room to run. About an 11-yard gain. We'll see where they spot him. They'll give him just enough, 10 yards, and a new set of downs for Johnson. 1:23 to go, and that clock will stop.
You know, I'm not trying to put a lot on the young man, but he's rocking the number 8. I just seen Lamar Jackson play last night on Thursday Night Football. He's tiptoeing on the sideline. I seen Lamar tipping on the sideline, so a lot of similarities between those two football players.
Trips to the right, one to the left. Johnson rolling right, looking for somewhere to throw it, and he's just going to take off and run. Hodson is there, and he's not going to get a lot before he's pushed out, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, smart play there by Johnson, and you know you're the focal point of this offense. No need to take unnecessary hits. Get out of bounds, stop the clock. A lot of play calls will come in and get your offensive line to some rest.
2nd down and 5. Clock stops at 1:14 now. Pasadena Memorial at midfield. Still got a timeout left. Plenty of opportunity to score again before the half and retake the lead. Now rolling left. Throwing a deep ball. Oh, through the outstretched arms of a receiver. I believe that was Landon Johnson. Yep. They have any relation? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Logan Johnson and Landon Johnson. One's a sophomore, the other a junior. Both listed at quarterbacks. But Landon's out there running routes. I think he had both arms wide, like, maybe he was doing some praise, and the ball just went right between them. And if he brings those arms together, I think that's a big catch. 3rd and 5 from the 50. Johnson hands off to Delgado. Delgado runs forward, 1st down and then some, a gain of about 9.
It's such a good luxury to have a big physical tailback like Delgado that could just punish a defense for playing the pass and keeping too many secondary guys on the football field.
Yeah, they throw it on 1st and 2nd down, and then on 3rd and 5, you think a passing situation, they run it with Delgado. Now looking to pass is Johnson. Nobody there to stop him as he scrambles. He's going to pick up about 16 yards before he's sandwiched by a host of Yellow Jackets. Jordan Lee and Jalen Peterson were there.
And Johnson just doing a good job going through his progression, seeing that his best option at the time was to use his legs. He's over 1,000 yards rushing on the season, and you see why.
1st 10 from the 30, rolling right side is Johnson. Johnson looking for somewhere to throw it. Think he'll just take off and run again. He does. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 23. It was Jalen Peterson with the contact. That's a gain of 8, actually. 2nd and 2. I didn't think he got that many yards, but he did.
So much speed and athleticism, and at this point, if you're Alvin, and be interested if they start putting a spy on Johnson, just have someone follow him no matter what's going on the play behind him.
2nd and 2 from the 22. Clock is at 30 seconds. Still a timeout left for Pasadena Memorial. The motion, Delgado out to the left side, and blow it dead. It's going to be an Alvin timeout. They'll have just one left. 28 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter.
They might have to put 2 seconds back.
2nd down and 2. 28 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. 14-14. We'll tell you real quick about Big Star Ford. They have the best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans in the greater Houston area. They also have a state-of-the-art service facility, and now they will come to you. Big Star Ford offers mobile service and valet pickup. Shop or schedule an appointment at texangm.com. Big Star Ford, we hear you. You were right, Gentry. They did put 2 seconds back on the clock, so 30 is where it'll stand.
Right now, if you pass it to Memorial, you still got plenty of time, especially with the way the clock stops in high school every time you get a first down. So don't rush. Try to pick up the first down, get the play call in, and just execute whatever play is being called. Don't rush and try to play hero ball.
Big thing I would say is don't take a sack, but I don't know that anyone can sack Johnson tonight. He looks like he can run away from anybody.
He's been such a problem back there, and Alvin looks like they're only rushing 3.
2nd down and 2. Johnson in the shotgun, gets the snap. Delgado's there blocking, throws it out to his man Johnson, who is going to fall in bounds. The clock should keep running here in just a second. It's a first down. A gain of about 8. Clock will now start to roll. Johnson's under center, and he will spike the ball with 22 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 12. That was just the second completed pass by Johnson tonight. The first was a screen pass to Hernandez, who fumbled promptly afterwards. They have had a lot of passing plays, but not a lot of actual completions, just 2. 21 seconds to go. 3 combined completions in this first half so far. Johnson looking to pass, throws a jump ball, and has a man. Unbelievable. Johnson came down with it, but they'll say incomplete as it looked like the ball came out as he fell towards the ground. Now a flag comes out. Looks like it might be on somebody after the play.
Yeah, it's going to be on Pasadena. Sportsmanlike conduct here.
Landon Johnson, the intended receiver for a lot of Logan Johnson's passes. I don't know that they're related, but it seems like they have a connection in the passing game.
Yeah, they definitely work a lot together, especially if they're both quarterbacks. They're probably in the quarterback room, and then Johnson goes in the receiver room. So if you're playing quarterback and receiver, you understand what your quarterback is looking for in any situation.
Be 3rd down. Whatever the penalty was declined.
So they're going to get them both for personal fouls and offset.
Oh, it was offsetting. Okay. I felt like last time I could hear the ref, but this time I can't, so. 3rd and 12. Johnson looking to pass, looking left. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got one man there to get him. Can't, but he forces him out, and he is hit by 2 Yellow Jackets. A flag now flies again near that offensive line after the play. Once again.
You got to calm down. Don't allow your emotions to impact this football game right now. If you're on the interior, it's going to get dirty. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be words said to you. That's what goes on in the trenches. You just got to be able to be resilient and continue to play good football.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving between the offensive line and the defensive line. You mentioned just like 3 guys rushing. They'll spot it at the 3. 6 seconds to go. Coach was given a talking to Devin Robeson, junior offensive lineman. So was the penalty on Alvin or?
Yeah, I'm trying to see, did they wave it off? I mean,
doesn't appear to be any penalty yardage. It's 3rd and 1 from the 3. 6 seconds to go. A timeout for both teams. And it looks like Memorial will take one. They will indeed. So they don't have any left. Could be one final play here to try to punch it in. We saw last time on Thanksgiving, Halloween, it was South Houston and Shadow Creek, and South Houston got it all the way down to the 1-yard line with about 30 seconds left. They didn't have any timeouts. They ran 3 plays and were unable to punch it in. They ended up not scoring at all the whole game.
And that really changed the entire momentum of that football game. And I remember up until halftime, we felt like South Houston had their opportunities, had a chance of getting within striking distance. But once they filled that, goal line situation, it completely changed the game. So if you're passing the Memorial, this is crucial. And as well as for Alvin defense, this is a very impactful play here.
Yeah. South Houston, in that game, they had some opportunities, moved the ball a little bit. I think it was like 14-0. And, opportunities, and they didn't get it in. Would have been maybe a one or two score game, depending on what the score actually was. And obviously it didn't work out, and then they ended up losing 49-0. But that's football. Sometimes the score doesn't tell the whole story. I would say tonight it does not tell the whole story.
No, it does not. This game. I mean, there's been so much going on, so many opportunities by both ball clubs here, turnovers and trick plays, and it makes an exciting Friday night football matchup.
In 23 minutes and 54 seconds of play in the first half, we've had 5 turnovers and 3 complete passes.
Yeah, this is a bit of a throwback. They're going heavy.
Yeah, this looks like a big formation. They do not have any receivers out there. Looks like they're going to try to line up in, what do you call this formation? You got a fullback and another, like an H-back right next to him. And Alvin is going to call a timeout wisely to try to match this personnel. And I'm assuming they'll come out in something different whenever they come back out.
Wouldn't be shocked here passing Memorial. Actually tries to spread them out, and got to remember, still Delgado there in the backfield. And they only have, 3 yards to go to the end zone. So, Delgado's good for falling forward and just picking up those tough yards.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 from the 3-yard line, but you're not thinking first down, you're thinking touchdown. You don't have a timeout, neither team does. Whatever you send out there, you're kind of stuck with. And if you get tackled inbound short of the goal line, well, you're probably not going to be able to score. That's my guess. You could pick up a first down. Maybe the clock stops for a second, gives you an opportunity, but more likely than not, one final play, unless they throw it, towards the sideline or what.
Yeah, I was thinking, Landon Johnson, he's a pretty tall kid, and see if you can line him up in a one-on-one situation, give yourself 2 plays at it, just in case he doesn't come down with it.
Looked like he won a jump ball earlier for a touchdown, just couldn't possess it all the way through the ground.
Big D tackle, number 99, lining up in the backfield. It's about to be a physical play here.
See if they try to run it. And it's going to be a handoff to Delgado. No, he's rolling out right, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Oh, my, it does not work for Pasadena Memorial. A big tackle from Jalen Peterson, a sack of Johnson, and we will go into halftime tied at 14.
Wow, what a play there by the young man, able to, like you said, get in the backfield. Peterson read that all the way. Then you look on the back end, great coverage there by Evans in that secondary. Not full, didn't commit fully to the run, and it's almost like deja vu from last week.
A huge sack from Jalen Peterson turns the Mavericks away at the door. 14-14 at the half. The season finale here on Legacy Sports Network and
Good
Pasadena
evening, ladies and gentlemen.
ISD
It is my
Athletics
great pleasure to
YouTube.
introduce the Alvin High School
We will take a
halftime
break
show,
for
featuring
halftime, and
performances
we will
from
come
the
back
Yellow
right before
Jacket
the
Marching
start of
Band
the
and the
second
finest
half.
ladies of Alvin, the 2024 state and 2024 national champion Alvin Jacketeers. The Jacketeers are under the direction of Eve Robinson and Abby Winkenwerder. The Jacketeers would like to recognize their sponsors for 2025. Platinum sponsors are the Pascalapi family, Butch's Transmission and Automotive, the K9 Castle LLC, Carlos Cordova and Cordova, Charles W. Klein DDS, DC Vacuum Incorporated, Farmers Insurance, Scott Keithley Agency, Houston Elbow, Quick Car Oil and Lube of Angleton, McQuee Hay. Our diamond sponsors, MEI Skylights. And Alvin's finest sponsors, All American Pest Control, Gander Studio, King's Apparel, L&L Oil Field Services, Precision Dance Academy, Rough Diamond Energy, and S5 Artistry. Leading the Jacketeers onto the field for this evening's performance are the 2025 Jacketeer Dance Officers. From left to right, we have Lieutenant Maylee McGee, Lieutenant Claire Sines, Lieutenant Aiden Kiner, Lieutenant Jocelyn Resendez, Lieutenant Colonel Peyton Rainwater, Lieutenant Colonel Alyssa Salinas, and Colonel Tegan Sproul. Representing the 2025 Social Committee are executives Clara Allen, Jana Allen, Lydia Guerrero, Ashley Mulder, Liliana Ortiz, Vice President Destiny Graham, Vice President Bella Grace Guerrero, and President Pia Andrade. Jacketeer of the Week is Natalie Horton. In celebration of our final football performance of the season, our senior dancers are featured wearing a hat embellishment in recognition of their service and dedication to our Jacketeer program. The Jacketeers would like to dedicate this performance to senior Carly Armstrong. And now for your entertainment, the Jacketeers will be performing their Division I ranking UIL featured tambourine routine to Let's Get Loud. Go chase greatness! The Jacketeers would like to send their thanks to the Alvin Yellow Jacket Booster Club, the football team, cheerleaders, the Alvin Band, the Alvin High School administration, and their fabulous staff. Lastly, the Jacketeers would like to thank their loving managers, committed parents, and the amazing Jacketeer Booster Club for all their support this year.
Good evening, Pasadena, Texas, and welcome to tonight's halftime performance by the Alvin Yellow Jacket Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing their program For Art's Sake with music by Muskorsky, Bach, Adams, Mackey, and Newman. Freshmen of the week are Leonardo Rodriguez and Nicholas Poindexter. Guard members of the week are Jessica Dre and Janice McCrae. Band members of the week are the Prop Crew. The section of the week is the Drum Majors. Drum Majors, Michelle Morales, Leilani De La Cruz, Jocelyn Garay, and Brooklyn Nelson. Is your band ready? Sponsors for the Alvin High School Band include Heights Baptist Church, Raising Cane's, Gilly Small Engine Sales and Service, Stouffer's AC and Heat, Chick-fil-A of Alvin, the Lions Club of Alvin, State Farm Insurance Chris Peters, Chocolate Bayou Credit Union, McCoy Building Supplies, and Gordon Street Tavern. Band staff and students would also like to thank the amazing Yellow Jacket Band Boosters for their commitment and support throughout the season. We couldn't have done this without you. The band is under the direction of directors Jeremy Kitchen, John Anderson, Jasmine Montemayor, and Eli Garza. The color guard director is Ms. Lily Nevels. Principal for the Alvin High School band is Ms. Karen Taylor, and the director of fine arts are Ms. Lisa Savage and Bobby Miles. Thank you and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award-winning 2024 Maverick Sidekicks to the field. The social officers for the Sidekicks are Executives Zophie Damian, Arlene Garza, Dianar Granados, Isabella Sanchez, Brooklyn Wright, and Nadia Zatino Valencia. The dance officers for the Sidekicks are Lieutenants Delaney Garza and Citlali Loera, Lieutenant Colonel Jocelyn Alonzo, and Colonel Kiana Valadez. The Sidekicks wish to thank Mr. Walden, Mr. Coronado, Mr. Boteo Escobar, and the Maverick Band for their outstanding musicianship. The Sidekicks also wish to thank the Pasadena Independent School District's Board of Trustees, Mr. Mike Adams, Mr. Terry Garza, and the outstanding administration and staff at Pasadena Memorial High School for their continued support. Tonight's performance would not be possible without the fierce security force and support of our parent booster club. Sidekicks would like to congratulate the Dancer of the Week, Daphne Tapia, and the Spirit Girl of the Week, Aubrey Rife. Tonight, the Sidekicks will be performing their field palm to Shake It Off. The Sidekicks are under the direction of Drake Bolton-Clater, Ariel Montemayor, and Emily Baxa. The directors would like to thank the girls for an awesome football season. Way to go, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, Pasadena ISD and Pasadena Memorial High School are proud to present for your halftime entertainment the award-winning 2024 Maverick Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field this evening by drum majors Nathan Gonzalez, Bryant Morfin, Jalen Martinez, and Edgar Arredondo. For the last time this season, the band will perform their 2024 contest production entitled Breaking Boundaries. We are proud to announce that this past Saturday, for the second year in a row, the Maverick Band advanced to the final round of the UIL Area E Marching Contest. Out of 29 bands, the Maverick Band placed 7th, missing advancement to state by only 2 places. Congratulations, band, on this milestone achievement. Now, please turn your attention to head drum major Nathan Gonzalez and the mighty Maverick Marching Band. Let's hear one more time for that Maverick Marching Band. What a great year they've had. Directors of the marching band are Mark Walden, Jose Coronado Jr., and Jose Luis Boteo Esquivel. The color guard director is Jenny Wynn. The Maverick Band would like to acknowledge all the Well, there we go. Directors of the Maverick Band are Mark Walden, Jose Coronado Jr., and Jose Luis Boteo Esquivel. The color guard director is Jenny Wynn. The Maverick Band would like to acknowledge all of the band parents who helped us function so successfully at the end of the performance. Thank you. We could not do it without you. Thank you for all your attention, and go Mavs!
Start of the second half about to get underway. Evan Geiger and Gentry Williams here with you from Pasadena Veterans Memorial Stadium. Tied at 14, a fantastic first half. And we'll see if they can kind of recapture the awesomeness of the first half in the second half. What do you got for us, Gentry, about this second half of football upcoming?
Yeah, both of these teams are going to have to just try to take care of the football. As Pasadena Memorial, they're going to get start things off here in the third quarter. We've seen that they got it all the way down there to the 1 yard line and just didn't quite finish. So the message to this Pasadena Memorial offense is just finish the play, execute, and try to get this ball in the end zone, because Alvin right now, they're hanging around in the ball game. If this game is this close, they can run the clock down and make this game short very quickly.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns by each team in that first half. And it's not on the score log, but that's sacked by Jalen Peterson to end the first half. Really a huge play that we got to kind of talk about as one of the bigger plays in the game.
I completely, Pasadena Memorial had the opportunity to go up a touchdown, get the ball back, score again, make this a 2-score game, and force Alvin to really do something that they don't like to do and put it in the air. So this completely changes the rhythm of the football game, that last play.
Yeah, Alvin was down 7-0 after the only attempted pass of the first half was caught by the quarterback, and then he instantly fumbled the ball after a big hit. Devon Roberts, look what I found, fell in his lap, ran it down the sideline, a 56-yard fumble recovery, made it 7-0. Then Bingham blew the doors off the defense with a 41-yard touchdown run to make it 7-7. Lorenzo Delgado punched it in from 2 yards out with 8:32 to go in the second. And then the last score was a Drew Bingham 1-yard sneak. This is a kick from Garza. One of the upper guys will get it at the 31, reversing. And, yeah, I think they'll spot him at the 31. Looked like about as far as he went. They'll give him the 30. So, Enrique Garza with a good kick and not amazing field position. Decent field position there for Pasadena Memorial. That was Edric Vasquez on the return.
Being there to see if Pasadena Memorial comes out here and let Delgado get warmed up here and start things off in the second half.
It's going to be Johnson running right side. Got a hole. Johnson cuts it back up and will drag a defender down to about the midfield. A gain of 20.
He's just so shifty with the ball in his hands. It's two. They have like a thunder and lightning type backfield between Delgado and Johnson. You know, Delgado with the thunder and Johnson with the lightning. So it keeps the defense off balance throughout the football game.
Johnson obviously the fastest player on the field. This time he'll run left side, getting a block. Peterson got around it, but was unable to get him. And then Johnson will just coast out of bounds after a first down, a gain of 12.
And he's averaging almost 11 yards a carry, and you see why. He's just able to pick up so much ground with his legs. And anytime you run with your quarterback in these quarterback power situations, you have an extra blocker. So you always had a numbers advantage, and Johnson takes advantage of that every time.
Yeah, Peterson kind of got around Delgado surprisingly and just was unable to take it any further. It looks like the officials talking to big number 72. That's Devin Robeson. They talked. The coaching staff talked to him at the end of the first half, and now it looks like Robeson on the same page as the officials. I think Robeson was involved in some of that pushing and shoving towards the end.
And he's the anchor, the left tackle here for Pasadena Memorial, and he's playing with some nasty, but you got to be able to control your emotion.
Johnson going right side, got some blocks, and then he's cut down for a gain of about 7. I tell you what, Delgado, you hype him up as a running back, and obviously so, but, man, they get to use him as a lead blocker every time Johnson has the ball, and if you give him an inch of room, of course, he's going to take it quite a ways.
And great point there, Evan, just being, that big of a back, being a great lead blocker and just really opening up this offense and allowing Johnson to pick up these chunk plays.
Pasadena Memorial with a really nice opening drive of the second half. This time it goes to Delgado running left side. Delgado is hit up near the helmet, tackled by big number 67, and then some late pushing and shoving. Cash Powledge got hit there by Gabriel Montemayor, and it's a first down from the 26.
Yeah, Pasadena Memorial, we talk about how Alvin rarely throws it, but Pasadena Memorial is getting it done on the ground as well.
Hand off to Delgado going left side. Got a couple of guys there. He tries to hurdle a man, and he does. Peterson was there to bring him down, but Cash Powledge just got hurdled by a really large running back.
And Delgado, he started to learn the tendencies here of this Alvin defense. That they're in the first half, they kept chopping them low. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to just start jumping over guys here and making them try to tackle me high.
Second down and 6 from the 21. This goes to Delgado again up the middle. and a couple of yards. The Delgado run's not quite as flashy unless he hurdles someone, of course, but man, they are very methodical, picking up yards, and keeping things going.
It's like the old Ohio State 3 yards in a cloud of dust type run style here for Delgado. And then, like you said, Alvin, it's not pretty, but it's effective. And where's the defense out?
Yeah, I would be tired after tackling him for 4 quarters. 3rd and 2. Johnson gives it to Delgado again. And an arm tackle, I don't know, the second effort might have got him closer. Just 1 yard. I think it would have been no gain if it wasn't for the extra reach forward. Like the tackle was made by Chris Macias.
Yeah, nice job coming out there wrapping up by Macias. And 4th and short here. Pasadena Memorial keeping their offense on the field.
See if Alvin can stop. Oh, a low snap. They weren't ready for it. Running right side. He's got a man to beat, and he's going to drag him down. A stop. Johnson was not ready for the snap.
Wow. And
Alvin with another stop. Go ahead, Gentry.
No, that was just a great play there by Alvin. And again, good open field tackle by Jalen Peterson. But like you said, Evan, just a low snap. And it looks like the H-back was lined up on the wrong side, number 44. And the coaches kept telling them to move Jeremiah Isom. And they just wasn't prepared on that play.
Yeah, I just watched the replay. He wasn't ready for the ball to be snapped. And once the ball was snapped, he didn't touch anyone.
Wow.
So you saw 3 guys, it took 3 guys to chase down Johnson and bring him down. If he was ready, the ball was snapped on time, and he blocked his guy, that's probably a first down, maybe more. Alvin will take over at the 20. Another mistake. And we'll see who makes fewer mistakes and will end up winning this ball game. A toss up the middle. Such an interesting play. You don't see that really at any level.
I don't see that ever. You're right. It's such a unique play, and just thinking of the philosophy of it, you're tossing to your back. He's getting it in the backfield. He's able to, with 2 lead blockers ahead of him, pick up so much momentum and so much speed that he's going to pick up 3 to 5 yards regardless.
5-yard gain there. I believe that was Medina. It's Medina. It's Moore, and it's Fernandez. You're going to hear their names called all night.
Safeties, they're about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. I bring them even tighter. I dare them to throw the football.
Handoff to the fullback up the middle. That's Fernandez. Falls forward for a couple. Looks like a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1. Only the 1 pass attempt. It was caught, but it was thrown by someone other than the quarterback, and the quarterback, Bingham, caught it. It was about a 15-yard gain or so, and then was immediately hit after catching the ball. The ball popped out. Some might have even thought it was an interception, although I think it was a catch and a fumble because it landed in the air right in a linebacker's hands, and that's going to be a first down. The sneak got him 2 yards on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's the only pass play. So it's interesting here for Pasadena Memorial and their safeties. I bring them up. Even if they throw the football, it's a lot of tight ends. So these guys really not going to just, break the defense open and beat you over the top. So bring these safeties closer to the line of scrimmage and allow the run fits.
5 minutes have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Alvin chewing some clock. Ball at the 31, 1st and 10. Deepest safety is at the 39, so 8 yards. This is going to go to Fernandez. No, Bingham's going to keep it himself. Bingham with the speed. Bingham down to the 41, a big run.
Man, he got some acceleration. It's like he has a second gear that, at times he just looks like the fastest athlete on the football field and tough guy to bring down. What a run.
Nice run there of 28 yards for Bingham. He had a 41-yard touchdown in the opening moments of the 2nd quarter, and they haven't ran it with him in a play like that that's going to get him a lot of yards. There's been some sneaks, but he has looked really good when he has. 1st and 10 from the 42. Fernandez right there behind him. The motion moreover goes to Fernandez. Fernandez with a big hole. Fernandez cut down at the 20.
Yeah, this defensive line is getting worked on this drive.
A gain of 22 back-to-back 20-plus yard runs, and you see the fatigue setting in possibly for both teams. after trying to tackle a ball carrier over and over and over again, you will probably not play a game where you will have more tackle attempts than this one if you're either side of the ball.
And for the defensive line, you don't see too many offensive line continuously firing off play after play.
First and 10 from the 20, and Bingham, a sneak. He just keeps on going, and they push him forward, and finally they'll blow it dead after he made it up near the 10. I think they'll give him the 11. Should be 2nd and 1. I saw a clip the other day. It was something, I don't know. They had the ball at the 1. They needed 99 yards. The quarterback tried to sneak. The offensive line pushed him past everyone, and he had a 99-yard touchdown on a quarterback sneak.
Wow. It's such an underrated play. We've seen the Eagles really master the play the past couple of years, and Kelsey retired, and he hung up the play after that.
Well, it didn't work out the other day. I saw against the Jaguars, they were able to stop it a couple of times. 2nd down and 1 from the 11. This time it goes to Fernandez, who is going to pick it up before they blow it dead at about the 6. 5-yard gain and a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Play after play, I'm seeing defensive linemen 4 or 5 yards off the football. These guys are getting drove back right now for Pasadena Memorial. If you're on that defensive front right now, you just got to hunker down and, be sick and tired of just getting pushed back.
Once again, another big power formation. No receivers out wide. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll motion Medina over to toss to Medina. Going forward, Medina is going to make his way into the end zone. Alvin will take the lead. A 6-yard rushing touchdown for Medina.
Nice 6-yard rushing touchdown there from Medina. And a lot of credit goes to Josiah Miller, the interior offensive lineman, who continuously has been climbing to that 2nd level and putting his pads on those linebackers, creating these wide open lanes.
20-14. We'll see if Enrique Garza can give his team a 7-point lead with the extra point here. 4:39 to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's how the momentum changed after that. They Pasadena Memorial couldn't squeak it in there at the end of the half.
Kick is up, and it is going to bounce off the upright. No good. Garza shanked it left. Hit just on the front-facing part of the left upright. If it would have hit the inside, maybe bounced in, but it did not. It is 20-14.
See if that comes back and bite Alvin.
I think it does. Every time you see something like that, it does. If it was, 48-0, it wouldn't matter, but a 6-point game. I had a game a couple weeks ago between it was between Sterling and Milby, some HISD schools, and Sterling, it was 35-35. Sterling went down and scored. They missed the extra point. It was 41-35. Milby got all the way down to the 9-yard line. They ended up fumbling. It was kind of controversial or whatever, but Milby definitely had a chance to win that ball game with a touchdown. They were 5 for 5 on extra points to that moment, and definitely a chance to have won that ball game. They ended up losing by 6 points, but obviously it could be a similar situation here where maybe Pasadena could win it 28-27 or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. That the extra point is going to come crucial because it's also going to change the way if you get a touchdown for Alvin, you got to go for 2.
Yeah. Depending on the situation, you would definitely expect a 2-point conversion after that. This is going to be caught at the 24, running left side. He's got a big hole. Oh, man, a big hole down the left sideline and spun down at the 41. That is Jaden Arispe.
Arispe said, y'all quit kicking it to me. I'm going to make y'all pay. And he turned on the Jets that time and showed why he's on the kickoff return. What a great spark for this Pasadena Memorial offense.
An offense that has they've had some really good things happen. The defense has really stepped up with some turnovers, but Alvin has actually stopped them. They've only had one offensive touchdown. The other drives have all been a stop in some form or fashion, whether it be a turnover or a punt or whatever the case may be. 1st and 10 from the 41. Johnson hands off to Delgado. Delgado running left side. He gets about 3 yards before he's driven backwards. Tackle made by Oscar Lomelli.
Nice job there by Oscar Lamelli coming in and getting Delgado on the ground. And right now for Pasadena Memorial, this offense has to find a way to put the ball in the end zone, just finish a drive. The first 5 to 6 plays has been great. They've been picking up first downs. They just got to be able to finish.
Second down and 7. Receiver out wide on each side, kind of a full house formation here. Handoff to Delgado. Delgado run through a defender, still churning. Looked like Lomelli again, who got the brunt of the force from Delgado. Signals the first down. He just lowered his shoulder.
I think it's not the best thing for that third level to see Delgado coming full speed.
They'll run it again. And a pickup of 9 yards. This time the tackle was made by Cash Powledge, it appears. They're trying to hurry up a little bit. Once again, kind of a full house formation. And this time it goes to Delgado on the counter. Delgado finds a small crease and keeps those legs moving, but maybe just enough for a first down.
Got a penalty there on the sideline, a far official.
See what the call is going to be. Clock at 3 minutes and 3 seconds here in the third quarter. Kind of a quick moving third quarter so far. Obviously the running plays can chew up some clock. Although Pasadena Memorial going a little up tempo.
Yeah, and throughout the year when I got an opportunity to see Pasadena Memorial, when they go up tempo, good things tend to happen for this offense. And it's something that they're good at executing.
Personal foul on the defense. What do you say? It was like a chop block or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Could be a chop block. A chop there.
Made a motion towards his knees. So it's first and goal from the 6 after the penalty. Johnson hands off to Delgado going forward. Delgado is going to be dropped at the 2. 1.5 maybe.
It's not, like you said, it's not as flashy when Delgado gets it, but he just finds a way to pick up 4 and 5 yards every single time. And right now, if you pass him the board, there's no reason not to just give it to Delgado here in the red zone.
Yeah, I think if you're Alvin defensively, you got to make someone else beat you and really kind of sell out for stopping Delgado here with that big power formation. They do give it to Delgado right up the middle and in. Standing up. Delgado with a touchdown. And him and Robeson do kind of a fighting celebration. And Pasadena Memorial with a chance to take the lead after a 2-yard touchdown once again by Delgado.
That was a drive that put on Delgado's back and took his team to the end zone. This young man has been running hard throughout the entire year, and I'm excited for this young man, and he has a bright future ahead of him. I can see him playing at the next level. With that type of size and athleticism, he's definitely a guy that can continue on with his football career.
See, kick coming here from the mystery number 25 kicker, Johnson to hold. Officials talking. Once again, Robeson is in there. And Robeson is getting pulled in favor of Shelby Fox. That is not the first time the coaching staff or the officials have talked to Robeson.
I'm trying to see what's going on here with Robeson. And maybe it's just some words that's being said, and I'm a little throwback, so 6'8" football, 17-year-old young men. Things are going to get said. Just got to be able to control your emotions.
Coaching staff still talking to Devin Robeson as we're going to see an extra point here shortly after Alvin talks to the officials.
Yeah, with the district realignment this year, Evan, so these two teams haven't really had opportunity to play each other much, but we might be seeing a little rivalry forming here between these two teams, and this is what district realignment does. It creates new rivalries and great matchups here in the season finale. So it's gonna be great here for the district.
Didn't appear to be a penalty.
Yeah, I think the official really trying to give these young men a warning.
Alvin probably wondering why he was getting a warning after multiple times being talked to. Trying to take the lead. See if they can do so with the extra point here. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-20, Pasadena Memorial instantly makes Alvin regret missing that extra point by retaking the lead. And we have a great ball game here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Starting next week, the 2024 UIL Texas High School Football Playoffs begin. You can listen to your favorite teams on lsnsports.com. Check our website or our social media platforms for game schedule and times. Legacy Sports Network celebrating 17 years of broadcast excellence. We're building a legacy one game at a time. Pasadena ISD Football on lsnsports.com is a production of the Legacy Sports Network and Pasadena ISD Athletics. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of the Legacy Sports Network is strictly prohibited. Announcers are paid by LSN Sports. 21-20, Pasadena Memorial with a lead with 14 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in this ball game. And it's been back and forth. Kick is a ground ball over the head of Ethan Evans, and nobody can get it. Peterson will pick it up, running left side, and Peterson will be tackled at the 22. That is exactly what they hope for when they kick the ball like that.
Nice execution there by Pasadena Memorial on that kickoff, and like you said, Evan, exactly what they was looking for. And it looked like Evans thought he was going to have it there for a second, but it bounced over his head. So the kicker here for Pasadena Memorial has done a great job of just getting that extra bounce on the football, throwing the return unit off.
Not the first time a kickoff has bounced over a returner's head. Usually one of the upper guys that bounces right in front of him, kind of like, oh, look what I got here. And, man, when it bounces, does it bounce high?
Yeah.
It's crazy how it bounces about 9 times, and then on the 10th bounce, for whatever reason, it just goes 60 feet in the air. Handoff. No, he's going to keep it himself. Bingham running, and Bingham stumbling up near the first down marker. I think he'll be a yard shy.
Both of these young quarterbacks are taking over this game with their legs.
Pasadena Memorial with the player down on the field. They're going to tend to him, and we're going to take a break. Hopefully he'll be all right when we come back. Injured player Andrew Garcia, senior defensive lineman, shaken up on that play and just finally able to stand up on his feet. They're going to start to walk him off the field, and a big round of applause. A long, long break there.
Yeah, just happy to see the young man up and walking, and this is the side of football that's unfortunate.
Garcia still trying to make his way off the field. Haven't quite got there yet. Obviously in a lot of pain and definitely unfortunate, as you mentioned. Garcia was about at the 25-yard line on the far side. Was able to make it all the way to the 45-yard line on the near side. Quick stop, and now trying to make his way off the field again. Another round of applause for Andrew Garcia.
Amazing job here by the medical staff. Fully attentive. They was ready and made sure the young man was able to walk off on his own power, and wishing the young man a speedy recovery.
Both teams will make their way back out on the field. The ball spotted at the 32. 2nd and 1. Need to get to the 33. Previous play was a 9-yard run by the quarterback, Bingham. 2 minutes and 1 second to go here in the third quarter. Alvin down by 1 point after missing an extra point on their last score. Fernandez, the fullback behind Bingham. Motion over Moore. Toss to Moore going left side. Moore has a hole. Moore, big gain all the way down to about the 48.
Nice job there on a rocket toss. Able to get to the outside and pick up a huge first down here for the Alvin offense. And, for this Pasadena Memorial defense, anytime, you lose a guy, you could get, emotions and you got to try to rally for the young man and try to make a defensive play. I know it's a tough loss, and you feel bad and you worry about your teammate. And we all wish the young man well. But you got to be out here. You got to execute and play hard.
I think Garcia was one of those nose tackles on that D-line. 1st and 10 from the 49 after a 17-yard run by Keegan Moore. This goes to the fullback running forward and a gain of about 5.
Yeah, this Alvin offensive line, they're just physical, man. They're firing off, and they're able to pick up 5 yards consistently. The way that they're consistently picking up these 5 yards, 3-yard gains, and wearing down this defensive lineman. They already down one guy, so, they're making it tough, and they're going to shorten this game.
Well, the good thing about the Alvin offensive line is they don't really have to think about whether they're run blocking or pass blocking. It's just, are we run blocking to the right? Are we run blocking to the left? Are we run blocking forward? 2nd down and 6. This goes to Fernandez. Big D lineman, 92, almost took the ball out of Bingham's hand. Nicholas Leal kind of split the gap real quick there. And it looked like Fernandez got near the line of game. Should be 3rd and 1. That'll probably do it for the third quarter. Don't think they'll snap it again. They will not. 21-20, Pasadena Memorial leading Alvin here by a point. 12 minutes to play. We'll see it after this break here on the Legacy Sports Network.
All right, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Here are your scoreboard shout-outs.
Methodist, everyday care works around your busy life. You can text to reschedule, get urgent care by video 24/7, and visit us at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Steele, General Manager of the Chevron Pasadena Refinery. At Chevron, we believe in the power of human energy and know the future starts in our Pasadena ISD classrooms because progress everywhere starts right here.
Welcome back into Veterans Memorial Stadium. 12 minutes on the clock. Pasadena Memorial up by a point. Alvin has the ball in Maverick territory. 3rd and 1 from the 42. Need to get to the 41. See if Bingham, there's a quarterback keeper, and he does just sneak it ahead. He picks up more than a yard. He got 2. Some late pushing and shoving there between a Memorial player and some real late pushing and shoving. It was Kevin Toussaint who got a big shove there from an offensive lineman, Jeremiah Lewis, coming in to defend one of his running backs, Carlos Medina.
Yeah, that just shows you how together that Alvin team is. Anytime, one of the perimeter players are getting into it and you see a big offensive lineman coming out, your way, just chill, just say, just call it a play. It's no fun when the big guys come in.
Sometimes we're reminded that this is a bunch of guys who are, got some testosterone going, and they're pushing and shoving.
I like how the officials just letting them play, man. This is football. So gotta let them play.
Hand off to Fernandez, and he is hit immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Should be no gain. Couldn't see exactly who made the hit, but he didn't go anywhere after that contact.
Yeah, I want to say that was number 80 there in the interior defensive line for Pasadena Memorial. Noah Galvin able to get the penetration and force him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Kind of not a negative play, so to speak, but a rare play where nothing happens for this team.
I'll tell you what, this Pasadena Memorial band is rocking out.
Oh, yeah. They haven't stopped much. 2nd and 10, a couple of backs back there. This time, Bingham keeps it. He flips it out there. And Medina has a hole, but he's cut down at the 25. The ball pops out and it squirts out of bounds. I think they'll say Medina was down.
Yeah, they're going to call him down on the play. And, man, anytime Alvin gets it on the perimeter and pulls that football, there's nothing but green grass out in front of him. Nice gain there.
1st and 10 at the 25. Pick up a 14. Moore block, and Medina was the one with the ball for a yard. Moore was kind of leading the charge there.
That time the defensive line won that play and was able to get penetration in the backfield again.
I'm telling you, I'm 28 years old, Gentry. I have never seen a toss that is up the middle until tonight, and I've seen about 70 of them.
It's throwing me off as well, Evan. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and it's been working. They're picking up positive yards and taking advantage of the alleys it's creating. So, very unique play style.
2nd and 9. This is the toss here left side. This is Moore. Moore with a positive gain of about 5 yards. Should be 3rd and 4. Looks like a Maverick defender is shaken up at the 25-yard line. Looks like another one of those big defensive linemen. And hopefully he's going to be all right. Moving around a little bit.
Yeah. Injuries are unfortunate, but anytime you're playing two teams that run the football this much, and the offensive lineman is firing off play after play after play, it just creates a physical game. That's why you're seeing a lot of pushing and shoving. When you see two teams passing a lot, you don't see this much chippiness. It's just this is a backyard brawl, and the most physical football team is going to win this game tonight.
It's Nicholas Leal, big 92, who was shaken up there. Yeah, it looks like their kicker for Pasadena Memorial's on crutches, Jose Sanchez. So I think they had to call up another kicker, number 25, and they didn't add him to the roster. because I just noticed a couple of guys on crutches.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, yeah.
3rd and 4. This goes to Bingham himself after the fake to the fullback, and he's about a yard shy. It'll bring up a pretty big 4th and 1 with 9 minutes to go, probably closer to 8.5 by the time they snap this ball. Bingham comes up limping just a tad, but I think he'll be able to shake it off. Ball's at the 22. Need to get to the 20 and a half, I think. So 4th and a yard and a half. Clock nearing 8.5 minutes to go. Trying to fill that gap is Pasadena Memorial. And this is going to go to the fullback. No, Bingham takes it out and running the other way. Oh, my Lord! Bingham is into the end zone untouched. I cannot believe it. He tried to hand it off to Fernandez. Fernandez met a brick wall, and he pulled it out.
And, yeah, he pulled it out in reverse field and got it into the end zone. What a bright play there. That was just a high IQ play there by Bingham. Reversing field, able to pick up a huge touchdown now for Alvin. Do they go for 2? It looks like they are.
You have to. You got to make it a 7-point game here, and there's no difference in a 6-point and a 5-point game. Really, is the math on it.
I've been impressed with Bingham, man. This Alvin team, this is a very impressive unit.
I tell you what, Pasadena Memorial, I think they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout is called by the Mavericks.
They'll call a timeout with 8:24 to go. And you mentioned Bingham, you're talking about him. Obviously, he has the breakaway speed. We've seen it time and time again. But I told you earlier, there was a play where he tried to pull the ball out as Fernandez was being tackled. And I told you, I said, that can go really well or it can go really poorly. And that time it worked out for the Yellow Jackets, and really just one of the crazier plays. You look at the score sheet, it'll say a 22-yard touchdown run, but that doesn't tell the story of that play.
No, it doesn't. He just done a great job of pulling the football. Great ability to handle the football and read the defense. He's making the right decision play after play. He had the one fumble when he pitched it, but outside of that, he's been making the right plays. He knows when to pitch it, when to keep it, when to give it to the tailback. He just played a phenomenal game here tonight.
Yeah, that's a huge swing, because if Fernandez kept that ball, that's Pasadena Memorial's ball, and they were up a point with 8.5 minutes to go, and who knows if Alvin's defense will be able to stop him or not, maybe put up more points. And now Alvin with a pretty decent chance, if they can convert this, to have a really good chance to win this ball game with 8.5 minutes, possibly up by 7. This is going to be Bingham looking to pass. Bingham finds a man, makes the catch. It's Fernandez.
Great play call.
Bingham's first completed pass, I don't even think will count. It's a 2-point conversion. So they get a 7-point lead back. Fernandez with a 2-point conversion. 8:24 to go. Yellow Jackets lead by 7.
Yeah, nice plie boot action there from Alvin, and just I don't think Pasadena Memorial was really focused on the pass at all. I don't blame them. It's been run all night. So they caught him slipping that time and able to get 2 points. 4-7.
Brilliantly executed by the Yellow Jackets. And now the big question is, can Alvin stop this rushing attack from Logan Johnson and Lorenzo Delgado? The last drive, no. But they did have some success. They have made some stops. They have only allowed 2 offensive touchdowns, and we're in the 4th quarter. Obviously, the 56-yard backbreaker to open the scoring on the fumble recovery by Devon Roberts was another one of the scores. But Alvin's defense has stood up and done their job for the most part. They've done enough to win.
Yeah, this defense has played phenomenal. They limited, one of the second best as far as like stats are concerned, best offense in the district. To only a couple scores here tonight, and they could continue to play that way. They give themselves a great opportunity to win this ball game. Up by 7. Can this defense close it out?
We'll See Enrique Garza to kick it away. Back to return is Jonathan Hernandez, the senior receiver. Had kind of a quiet night in terms of statistics. This is going to be a kick that bounces, and Hernandez will make the catch at the 15, running right into a brick wall at the 30.
Man, there's some collisions going on down on that football field, and I tell you, Alvin, they're a physical bunch. Look, they're fired up. They know that right now Pasadena Memorial is starting to feel the effects of all these big hits. They start to add up at the end of the game and start making you think about it. And if you're Pasadena Memorial, you just got to tighten up and continue to be physical right back.
I think it was Ethan Evans and Keegan Moore in there on that tackle on the return. Ball is at the 30, so decent field position for Pasadena Memorial. They go with this kind of full house set. It goes to Delgado. A big block from Robeson. Robeson absolutely annihilated someone, and it's about an 8-yard gain for Pasadena Memorial.
Robeson, he wanted that pancake. They've been getting on Robeson all night. He's going to just take it out on them anytime you get the opportunity to pull.
Going right side now, Johnson able to get around a defender, and Ethan Evans pushes him out of bounds. Evans is about 120 pounds soaking wet, but you mentioned all night he's been ready to come downfield and make a tackle.
Yeah, he definitely a good downhill safety. Like we say, Evan, just not the biggest guy on the football field, but he plays with the heart of a lion. Let's bring up a first down here for Memorial.
First and 10 from the 45. Johnson running left side. Johnson gets around the edge. Johnson has room to run. Johnson has a block. Johnson down the left sideline. Johnson will step out of bounds at the 16. So fast.
Man. And what's causing this defense that's trouble to get on the outside of the perimeter. You got to remember, Delgado has been carving them up the middle, so they put so much pressure on you defensively to where you got to honor Delgado, and you also got to honor Johnson. Just a great dynamic duo.
41-yard run there by Logan Johnson, and he'll hand it off to Delgado right side, up the middle, Delgado, and Delgado cut down at the 3.
What a game.
Big hit once again by Cash Powledge. I believe Will Maurhan was in there as well, and Pasadena Memorial will hurry up to the line on first and goal from the 3. This goes to Delgado. Delgado into the end zone untouched. Delgado with another touchdown, and Pasadena Memorial with an opportunity to tie it up just like that. They have had a quick strike offense.
Man, back and forth we go here in the fourth quarter, and like you said, Evan, a very quick strike offense. Delgado able to punch it inside the end zone, and they're doing this. Both of these teams are doing it all on the ground and just being physical up front.
Delgado with his 3rd touchdown. That drive just 1 minute and 8 seconds. Quick strike versus slow and methodical. The extra point is up, and it is good. We are tied at 28, 7:16 to go here in the fourth quarter, and this is one of the best games I've had this year. I don't know about you, Gentry, but this is going down to the wire.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the best games. They saving the best for last, Evan. You know, this is the dessert after the full course meal we had this year, and what a game has been thus far. We've seen it all from trick plays to turnovers to quarterbacks using their legs and triple option offense. It's just been that type of exciting football matchup here.
You know, I've yet to see an overtime game this season. I can't remember the last time I saw an overtime game.
I don't think I've – now that you mentioned it, at the high school level, I have yet to cover a football game that goes into overtime.
I can't think of one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking hard, and I'm trying to remember a game that went to overtime, and it's like it never does. I've had some wild finishes.
Yeah, a lot of wild finishes.
But I cannot remember an overtime game, and I've been doing this since 2020. Obviously not a very long time, but that's probably, over 100 football games.
I want to say back in 2021 or 22, Eisenhower versus Nimitz, that went into double overtime.
You covered that one?
Yeah, I covered that one.
Well, see, you had one.
That was almost 2 years ago. So it's very rare. It's a very rare occurrence, but we still have about 7 minutes to go, and one team could find a way to pull away here at the end. So
with how fast Memorial has scored, I feel like if Alvin doesn't score, they will. So Alvin's really got to try to run a lot of time off the clock, because even though Memorial hasn't thrown the ball much, a 45-yard run by Johnson here, a 30-yard run there, and they're in the red zone. Kick is away. It's going to bounce and be fielded. Oh, bobbled, and he'll push it out of bounds. Did Memorial get that ball? I thought he pushed it out of bounds, and they'll say it's Alvin's ball. It looked like it was Hayden Perkins, a junior defensive back, who had the opportunity there. Once that ball hits the ground, it seems like everybody kind of goes a little wild trying to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, it's such a weird hop. You mentioned it, because you don't know when it's going to take that weird bounce, and it just goes, like you said, 50, 60 feet in the air over your head. So, it's tough to corral the football. It's not the traditional high-in-the-air kickoff that you practice so much in the offseason. Good job here by both coaches taking advantage of their kickers.
Not the best starting field position, but if you're Alvin, honestly, you want to run clock. So
yeah.
1st and 10 from the 25. The motion over Medina. It goes to Bingham, who keeps it himself. Thought maybe he'd pitch it out to Medina, but he does not. A gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, it looked like from up here he had Medina on the pitch. Sometimes they used to tell the quarterbacks, if you don't know if you can make the pitch, just keep it yourself. You don't want to risk the turnover in this type of situation.
Oh, definitely not. We saw a lot of turnovers in the first half. It's not been that kind of ball game in the second half. We had 5 turnovers in the first half, more than completed passes. 2nd and 7, motion over Moore. Moore will now head back to where he was. And motion Moore again. This time it goes to Fernandez up the middle. Fernandez pushes the pile. That's going to be a first down, a gain of 11. Up to the 39.
Yeah, play after play, I keep seeing Alvin offensive linemen just climbing to that 2nd and 3rd level and just being physical at the point of contact and allowing these tailbacks and fullbacks and being able to gain, 5 to 10 yards every time they touch the football. And like you said, Evan, with right around 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, Alvin is very content with taking their time, picking up 3 yards, picking up 4 yards, and making this the last possession of the game.
Once again, Fernandez lined up directly behind Bingham. A couple of guys on each edge. This time it's Medina. Medina gets the toss up the middle. We talked about that play a little bit. Medina picks up 2 yards.
That play throws me off. I'm sorry. It just throws me off because it looked like they was giving it to the fullback there for a second, and then he does like a inside toss.
Maverick defender loses his shoe. Another will come on. That was Eugenio Eastless, and R.J. Robinson will go out there for him. 2nd down and 8. I got to admit, if I'm ever going to call Navy or Army or something, I got to practice.
Yeah.
This triple option, I was not prepared. They have fooled me twice, thrice, 4 times. And this is going to go to Bingham himself, and almost stripped, but he was able to hang on. It looked like the D lineman was really trying to strip that ball out of there. A 1st down, right at midfield.
Yeah, in this situation, I'm pretty sure these guys are being coached. Hey, go for the football. If they're carrying it out wide, try to get your hand in there, poke it out. Interesting substitution in here on Pasadena Memorial. We've seen left tackle Devin Robinson now lined up on the interior defensive line position, trying to stop this run, putting some bigger bodies inside the game here. He helped this defensive front out.
Yeah, Robinson, probably the most physical offensive lineman they have. Obviously trying to get him in the ball game in some way. 1st and 10 from midfield. This goes to Fernandez, and Fernandez falls forward for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. They're methodically taking 30 seconds off the clock with each play, and we might see overtime if Alvin can't punch it in, because unless a fumble happens or something, it looks like they're going to keep chewing clock.
And this is a great game plan here down in the 4th quarter. You see the way right now Pasadena Memorial offense, they're able to score within less than the 2 minutes. So
yeah,
you're trying to leave as little time on the clock as you possibly can here in the 4th quarter.
Memorial does have 2 timeouts. It'll be interesting to see if they use them on defense or save them for a possible offensive drive. This is going to be Bingham, who's going to keep it himself, and slung down in the backfield. Big 88. That's Caden Stewart, the senior defensive end, and a negative play causes a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 8. And
Nice.
that could be just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, exactly what the doctor ordered there. Caden Stewart winning his matchup up front. Pasadena Memorial defense has been waiting all night long to get one of these defensive linemen to start winning their matchups. And that also, he's lined up right next to big number 72, Devin Robinson. So you already see Devin Robinson making an impact, drawing double teams.
3rd and 9 after a loss of 3. A TFL for Stewart. This is a toss out to Medina. Medina has a bit of a hole. Medina falls near the first down marker. It'll be 4th and inches.
Man.
4th and inches. They'll actually give him the first down. They will give them the first down. Interesting spot. It looked about half a yard shy. And Alvin will take over, and that's going to hurt Pasadena Memorial. Obviously, 4th and inches, a decent chance to convert if you're Alvin, but you'd like to at least have an opportunity to try to stop him.
Yeah, I wonder at what point do Alvin start, hurrying back up to the line of scrimmage, because, as meticulous as their offense is almost 2.5 minutes to go here.
This is going to go to Fernandez, who falls forward for a couple. I think you're right, and I agree, but I don't think Alvin wants to give any time at all to Pasadena Memorial, because even if they scored a touchdown on a 35-yard run here, well, that's 2 minutes, and it almost feels like a touchdown would come for Pasadena Memorial the way that they've moved the ball in the second half.
That's right.
The first half they had some issues and some turnovers, but the second half they have done whatever they wanted offensively.
Yeah, they just leaned on their two big dogs between Johnson and Delgado, and right now Alvin leaning on his offensive line to close the season out on a positive note.
2nd and 6. Handoff going forward for a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5. And as you mentioned, time running down. I think Alvin feels pretty comfortable with 3 timeouts. I'm not sure what the field goal kicker's range is or if they would even consider it. Garza did miss an extra point. It wasn't that he missed it because it was short. It was left.
Interesting that Pasadena Memorial, they're saving their timeouts here.
And I think if they stop them short here, they're going to take a timeout. You have to. And I believe Alvin is going to run it all the way down, and they're taking the timeout. They're going to let it get to 51 seconds and call a timeout. Interesting. Got to draw up something good here.
Yeah. They got the ball with right around 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and they've been able to chew clock. I just feel like the way that their offense operates, I can see if they was inside the 20, eating as much clock, but hey, they probably have something dialed up that they could take advantage of, pop a big play. But what a game it's been.
Oh, yes, indeed. 28-28, 50 seconds to go. Alvin has the ball, 3rd and 6 from the 35. Alvin 2-7 overall, 1-6 in district. Pasadena Memorial 3-6, 1-6 in district. Memorial was winless in district until last week when they played Sam Rayburn, I believe.
Yeah, you look at the talent here on Pasadena Memorial. It's hard. That just shows you how tough this district is from top to bottom. Because Pasadena Memorial offense, their defense as well, but they're a pretty good unit. Just when you got teams like Shadow Creek and Pearland and Manville and Toby, it's a gauntlet.
It's definitely a top-heavy district. 3rd and 5, a big play. The motion of tight end over to the right side. Motioning it over Medina. This goes to Fernandez. Fernandez going forward near the line to gain. I think he's right at it. If not, I think they're going to give him a first down.
They might call for a measurement, maybe?
I think Alvin called a timeout.
Okay.
I think they're going to give him the first down, and I think, or no, are they calling it 4th and 1?
interesting decision here for Alvin. 4th and 1. Oh, man, this is what it's about, right? You work all off season. You go through the season. You try to continue to get better, practice in and practice out. For moments like this where your best is going to be required for you to win a ball game. And just imagine what it would do to the confidence of the winning ball club, to all those underclassmen going into next year and able to walk away out here with a win.
Yeah, Alvin, a team, I think a couple of years ago, they had about a 2-year long run where they didn't win a game.
Wow.
Obviously, district realignment has changed some things. But you know, when you go from 0-10 to 3-7, it's definitely a change in the right direction. And as the coaching staff, I think they definitely believe in what they're doing and are building towards the right way. And Bingham has looked really good. Sadly, a senior, likely his last high school ball game ever, because they're not going to make the playoffs.
They're going to sneak it.
4th and inches. Bingham and company go forward. Bingham gets enough, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards. Alvin has 1 timeout left, so they're going to have to rush back up and call some plays. It's going to be tough. You were right about them not having a whole lot of time to operate. They're going to spike it. They do. 23 seconds. Very interesting what they're going to draw up here. Just 1 timeout, and you can't spike it too many times. I don't know the field goal kicker's range right now. This is about a 43-yarder.
Yeah, this is a long field goal kick here at the high school level. And, you know, just the way that they play, running the optional line, it's just, you know, I know they have it in their bag to try to pop a pass over the defense head, but you're going to have to look to the air attack at some point if you really want to get it within field goal range.
2nd and 10. If there was ever a chance for the defense to worry about the pass, this would be it. Bingham's going to keep it himself. Bingham around the edge, tosses, and cut down at the 19. That was more. They're going to rush back up to the line. 11, 10, 9.
You can't spike. You got to run a play call timeout.
They call a timeout with 2 seconds to go. Are they going to try to kick a field goal with Enrique Garza?
Wow.
It's going to be a 36-yarder for Garza if they send him out there. That's pretty long. He did miss an extra point earlier, his last attempt. He was 2 for 2 on extra points and then missed one that was doink. This is going to be from the left hash.
Yeah.
His last kick hit off the left upright. I don't know how this is going to go for Alvin, but they managed the clock well enough to keep Pasadena Memorial from having a chance to score in the 4th quarter. But we might have an overtime game unless Enrique Garza has ice in his veins.
Yeah, this is, like you said, pretty long field goal. And just to go back to that play call before, maybe, you know, this is something that the coaching staff seen in practice throughout the year, that he likes it on the left hash mark, because you run that play knowing that you might score, but the chances are very slim. So you want to get to a spot where your kick was very comfortable.
Enrique Garza lining up at the left hash mark for a 36-yarder.
See if Pasadena gets a timeout.
The holder is the linebacker, Caden Hodson. Usually not a linebacker holding, usually a punter or a quarterback. 36-yarder. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up. It's good! It's good! A 36-yarder for Enrique Garza, and the Yellow Jackets will walk it off!
And this is what it's about. Look at those young men celebrating. What a big-time kick.
Enrique Garza, a 36-yarder from the left hash. And the Yellow Jackets win the season finale. They improved to 3-7 on the year and 2-6 in district. And what a coaching performance and player performance from Alvin. Johnson and Delgado did everything they could.
Yeah.
But Alvin had a great game plan and executed it to perfection.
Yeah, they just ran down the clock, and you know the coaches, they trusted their players. They utilized their kicker, and they knew exactly where he wanted the football. And Man, what a big-time win here for Alvin. This is going to gain this team so much confidence heading into the offseason, and I'm excited to be able to cover them next year.
Unbelievable ball game. Best ball game I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Devon Roberts had a 56-yard fumble return on a crazy play with a minute 44 to go in the first. Made it 7-0 Pasadena Memorial. Then with 11:10 in the second, Drew Bingham had a 41-yard touchdown run to get Alvin on the board. We were tied at 7 there. 8:32 to go in the second. Lorenzo Delgado had his first of 3 touchdowns. A 2-yard run made it 14-7 Mavericks. A minute 39 to go in the second. Drew Bingham, another touchdown. A 1-yard quarterback sneak tied it up at 14. Then Carlos Medina had a 6-yard touchdown run. Alvin finally took the lead, but they missed the extra point. We said that would come into play. It did. They were up 20-14 after 4:39 to go in the third. With 2:18 in the third, Lorenzo Delgado got another touchdown run. The extra point was good. Gave Pasadena Memorial the lead 21-20. 8:24 in the fourth, Drew Bingham, a 22-yard touchdown run. The 2-point throw to Fernandez, his only attempted pass of the ball game. Doesn't even count on the stat sheet as it was a 2-point conversion. Got him to 28-21. Lorenzo Delgado, just a minute and 8 seconds later, a 3-yard touchdown run, tied it at 28. And then a amazing drive. The coaching staff knew exactly what they were doing. Got him all the way down to the 19-yard line. And Enrique Garza, as time expired, a walk-off field goal. Alvin gets the lead, the victory, 31-28.
Wow, what a ball game, and that was as good as a ball game as we covered through this entire year. And what a way to end the regular season here in Pasadena ISD. And for a lot of these young men, it's gonna be their last time suiting up, playing football. And all these young men are gonna become great men in our communities. And just what a big win and what a great game.
Both teams will move to 3-7. Alvin 2-6 in district. Pasadena Memorial 1-7 in district. And for all the seniors out there, Lorenzo Delgado, Jonathan Hernandez, Devon Roberts, all making big plays. Carlos Medina, Caden Hodson, Drew Bingham, Sam Fernandez. A lot of really big names, seniors on both sides. And this is going to be it for their high school football career. And if you don't mind, Gentry, just take a second to kind of talk about that feeling as a football player playing your last game.
It is. It really doesn't hit you until you get into the locker room and you take those shoulder pads off, and you really look back on the journey, because the destination, unless you win a state title, is a tough feeling. But the journey is so beautiful, and it makes you such a great young man, and develops hard work ethic. But it's tough, but all these young men will be great young men in our community, and I know we're all proud of these young men and representing each school here throughout their 4 years.
A great moment for Alvin. Pasadena Memorial, not the ball game they hoped, but man, they played very well. Some really great performances by the Mavericks, and really some good things to look forward to for both squads. Alvin obviously becoming victorious and a little bit more pep in their step at the end of this ball game, but man, it was a great one, and I tell you what, Gentry, I don't know if we'll be working together the rest of this year, but it was a great football season, and I'm ready for the playoffs.
I'm excited for the playoffs. This year is as wide open as any year I can remember in the past couple years. So I'm excited to get it going, and just a huge shout out to Drew Bingham, man. This kid laid it all out on the line. He's another senior here for Alvin, my player of the game, man. This kid was just running hard all throughout the night. And I also want to give a shout out to number 35, Ethan Evans. That kid just plays with a heart of a lion. He has a bright future ahead of him. Only a junior, so he's going to be a returning player for Alvin.
Enrique Garza, the kicker.
Yeah, man.
Man, what a kick for
Ice
Garza.
in his veins.
Really just kind of shocked us. That's a long kick for a high school kid.
Yeah.
He had just missed an extra point earlier, so we weren't really sure what to expect, but the coaching staff had faith in him.
Yeah.
They sent him out there for a long field goal, and he nailed it.
Yeah, it was straight through the uprights, ice in his veins, wasn't phased. I was looking at the Pasadena coaches, seeing how close they was to the officials, see if they want to ice him a little bit, but I don't think it would have mattered. That kid nailed it, and what a big, huge win for that program.
Alvin wins at 31-28. The season is over for both of these teams. We will have some more games on Legacy Sports Network as the playoffs go on. You can listen to your favorite teams on ellisonsports.com. Check our website or our social media platforms for game schedule and times. Legacy Sports Network celebrating 17 years of broadcast excellence. We're building a legacy one game at a time. And, of course, we'd like to thank Pasadena ISD Athletics for a great season of co-broadcasting together. It's been really great to deal with their awesome production and have that backing us up. But Evan Geiger and Gentry Williams, final time here in the regular season. Thank y'all so much for listening and have a great night.